get through this, guys.
We'll get through this.
We will all get through this motherfucking shit that we going through. Woo, 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 woo. I hope that got you through. I hope.
We're in this part of the movie where the gospel song
Woo,
helps
woo,
the character.
woo, woo,
It helps the
woo,
character in
woo,
need,
woo.
where he's gone through the bad thing and he's sitting in the church and he's all broken.
He's broken, bro.
Yeah.
And will he turn it around?
Woo, 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 woo. And then he's like, yeah, I will. Woo-hoo-hoo.
And that's us as the world right now, bro.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't just America beaners, bro. We got beaners in Australian and our UK and our dirty ones in Mexico that listen. We love you too.
Yeah.
And, nigga, we gonna get through this shit, fool. This shit bad. It's bad for all of us. It's bad if it spoil the beans right now, guys. We're not gonna sit here and lie and say things are great all the time. Things are tough, man.
Yep.
Things are fucking tough, bro. But we're getting through. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you guys sending nice stuff every day, all the time. That's the nice messages and stuff. That shit was nice. Like, I got a nice message on Twitter. I woke up to that.
That's dope.
That's the first thing I woke up. I was like, oh, that's nice. Usually it's like, Derek, that's not how Titanic should be told, nigger.
And that's
like,
me.
And that's him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Usually I wake up to that. So, but hey, bro, y'all don't know, nigga. We be going through it over here sometimes, nigga. Right now we going through it. So
right.
Y'all's nice messages help, man. It definitely help get us through.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple days. I will say
brother.
that. Oh yeah, especially and then you see people you see things on Instagram. They're like, damn, people are doing this right now. People are doing that right now. And it just,
that fucking thing. That fucking device.
It's a fucking mind fuck. It's a mind fuck.
Yeah, because we were going through just personal stuff in our own lives.
Mm-hmm.
And then just trying to keep the podcast going, which we're never going to stop, by the way. Mm-hmm. But, just it's hard. We got to figure it out and all these things and getting out of L.A. All this shit, bro. And then you go on your phone and you're like, fuck, man, should I be leaving? Some niggas got up yesterday in a pickup truck in the back of an alley. Am I not grinding anymore? And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Go home and get up in a pickup truck in the back of an alley there. There's still going to be that situation everywhere.
Yeah. Well, this is how, we talked about this earlier, but this is how I kind of view it. So Ari Shaffir did this thing where he just left.
Ari Shaffir's a legendary comedian. Go look him up.
Just left, no phone, went on a trip.
The Kobe guy.
Yeah. He went on a trip for 3 months, no phone, no nothing. And that's not what I'm doing, but I definitely look at that of just like, damn, I've been grinding for now what,
every
8
day,
years? Every day for 8 years, in San Diego and LA, most of the time in LA. And now it's
big
time.
Big chunk San Diego, though. You were
big chunk, yeah. But now it's time to take a 3-minute step, like Ari did, like a 3-month step back, chill for a while, see what's going on.
You're not going to Thailand with it. No, you're going home.
I'm going home, and then I'll get up at home. There's outdoor shows.
When you get up,
yeah.
You don't have to. It's not like this. Mm-hmm. In San Diego and LA these last 8 years, and because I've been there with you, and I've been doing, you force it. Like I've been forcing, which is what you should do. It's just like going to the gym or practice. Like, hey, and they say like, oh, nigga, when you don't want to go work out, that's when you're supposed to go work out.
That's the same thing about getting up. When
there's plenty of days. How many days you don't want to go get up and you drag your ass to a mic or shows, and then you're like, oh my god, and I gotta go to another place, and you do it every day for almost 10 years now, 8 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like non-stop, fool. So it is nice to go home, and now it's like, I'll get up. If I see something, I find something, I'm definitely gonna get up. You know what I mean? But there's no getting up right now. So I'm not gonna force it and be like, and go hard on my brain like I've been doing, man. Like, nigga, you gotta, Derek, why ain't you motherfucking, out there getting up and kicking ass and whoop de whoop? It's like, nigga, you can't do it. It ain't nothing you can do.
Right. Yeah, it's like we're especially here in California, sort of at the mercy of like all the rules and all the like what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen. And then on top of that, it's like when
getting booked for show. We were supposed to be headlining Comedy Palace, and that shit got canceled. They canceled all outside shows in San Diego. They canceled the ones at La Jolla. They canceled our shows at the Comedy Palace, American Comedy Company, all those places. You know what I'm saying? And that's just San Diego. So I don't know what's gonna happen in LA. There's like I said, you'll see an occasional motherfucker, get up. Mm-hmm. But it's in some crazy situation.
But then, these outdoor shows are all popping up. But if they're shutting down in LA and New York, there's only a matter of time before they're shut down again here. It's
or then you. I mean, because for you, it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
So I do worry, like, man, I wonder how serious it's gonna get. Where if you'll be allowed to do shows, if they shut it all down.
I would venture to say is if they start shutting the ones down in LA, they'll shut the ones down in San Francisco for sure.
Because that's a big place.
Yeah, and it's a little more. They're a little more like cautious, even more cautious than LA about all this.
Yeah. But people are trying to do outside shows.
People are trying to do outside shows. I think the real reality is like, damn, the rest of 2020 is just like, damn. I guess I don't know. You just take a flyer on it and just be like, well, this is sort of done. And just
I'm not done.
Yeah.
You got to tell yourself. That's what you got to tell yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not done. Mm-hmm. This year's done. And that's okay.
That's
and
okay.
by done, I don't mean like, oh, like I'm gonna cry about it. It's like, no, I'm gonna go make the best out of it that I can.
Yeah, do the best
that I can do.
I'm
also gonna learn to do some other shit, bro. Like, nigga, while I'm not doing stand-up, it's like, I'm gonna do other shit. I'm gonna learn how to fish. Your boy gonna learn how to do some shit, nigga. I'm gonna come back next time you see me, bro. We gonna be talking. Next time you see us in a different place, your boy's gonna have been up to some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure he'll have been as well.
Oh yeah.
We'll have gotten into some different things and try to better ourselves.
I'm gonna learn how to make my dad's barbecue. That's what I'm gonna spend the next 2 months doing.
And you hook it up for me next time I see you.
Yep.
I love that.
And then I'll be able to cook that famous barbecue that everyone talks about. And it's like, oh, I got it now.
Love that. See what I'm saying? So your boys are gonna try to better ourselves,
right?
While because it's just like, fuck, man. I'd rather not better myself. I'd rather dive myself into my career of stand-up comedy,
right?
And the craft and the fucking craft. Oh, fuck the money and the career and all the fucking bullshit, nigga, that came with it. I miss the craft, bro. I miss that shit more than anything, nigga. Oh my god, bro. Just the fucking. Come up with an idea and you think it's funny and then you go say it and it works or it kind of works or it doesn't work and then you go from there. And it's like, that part. So excited. And then you got to go get up again. And that's what the drug is, to get up again, because now you're like,
I got to keep trying this. This is a new idea.
Or it didn't work at all, but there's something here.
Yeah.
Let me flip it around.
I had a new idea in the shower the other day and then I had to be like, well, I guess I just have to trust that this is funny. I guess I have to like assume that I'm good, that I'm on the right track. There's no way to test it. I guess, we could try to, hit up people here. But like I said, you get up, if you're lucky, you get up a couple times a month. And if you're one of the select few, you get to be one of the select few that are touring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But even then, it's like, a lot of those shows, what are other shows? They look good. But still, everything is just everything I feel like is on edge here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's but we'll say or nigga, like I said,
or we're wrong,
and we'll be right back in LA and like it with the quickness.
Yeah,
with the quickness, like the Flash, bro. I'll be right back in this bitch. But especially if the store open up, nigga, I'm back. But yeah, fool, nigga, you tell niggas that we leave. We be telling niggas that we leaving, and they be like. Man, why? And it's like, well, nigga, what you mean? Like, you are living right now, right? Like, even if I'm not saying like you should leave too, but I'm saying like, how could you wonder?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How could you wonder, nigga? There's a hurricane outside. You like, bro, why are you guys getting in the car and packing up? It's a hurricane.
Yeah, there's something big happening.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll come back. This is my house. I'm not saying I'm not gonna come back, but as of right now in this moment in time, there is a hurricane coming.
Right.
They gave us the warning.
Right.
I'm leaving. I didn't say I wasn't coming back.
Right.
That's what it's like. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like, hey, where are you going? It's like, nigga, I'm leaving. I'll come back when it's not wet.
Right.
When it's not underwater.
Or it's like, because we also have to move out of this apartment regardless. So it's like, I'm not gonna sign a year-long lease to stay when there's a hurricane outside. I'll sign that lease
when I come back, when the hurricane's gone.
When the hurricane's gone.
I'll come back and sign the lease, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Is Comedy Store open? Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
What are you talking about,
Yeah.
What do you...
When people ask us that, it's like, bro, that one I don't get, fool.
Yeah.
I don't get that shit. But I'm not mad at them either. It's like, bro, I get it. Some niggas don't have... Not everybody can just go...
Pack
fishing for a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, not, hey, I'm not saying we spoiled either, man. Motherfuckers worked hard to get in them situations, and we worked hard to save up money to be in the situation we're in, to at least be able to, like, try and maneuver. You know what I mean? But that shit ain't gonna last either. Like it's like I said, it's only gonna last us a couple months, and then that's why we're home for a couple months, and then we got to figure out, well, what we gonna do next, nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We ain't rich. Yeah. You know, don't ask me for money.
Keep asking him for money.
But you know what I'm saying, nigga? It's like, you know, that shit's crazy, fool. But y'all's love definitely gets us through it, as you can see. So that's not always goofy goof times.
Yeah, it's not always say racist things times.
No, it's always say racist things times. But it's not always do it with a smile time.
Yeah. I watched Stand By Me, by the way.
You know what? Our beaners have been standing by us.
Yeah, right? They have been.
We should stand by them right now.
Yes.
By giving them the movie, by shutting the fuck up about our problem.
Yeah.
And be like, nigga, well, y'all just talk about Stand By Me and then get to the reason I'm here.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We'll do that now.
There's a real other movie that you're here to see. But first, we got to talk about Stand By Me. The kids were amazing actors. Oh, my God.
I mean, that's the reason a lot of them went on to be famous.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And die.
Well, yeah, they were. I was in 100%. 100%. I was in. It's a great story. It keeps moving along. You know what I mean? Like
Rob Reiner, man.
thing happened. You know what? It wasn't Rob Reiner's original movie. The original director was on another project that ran too long, and so that he had to give it up to Rob Reiner.
Who was supposed to be the original director?
Some guy I don't know. He directed a movie called, I think, 9.5 Weeks. Have you ever heard of that movie?
I've heard of it.
That's what went on too long.
I guess it went on, 10.5 weeks?
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Damn, I still got some chokes.
You still got it.
No, but damn, that nigga fucked up. Rob Reiner got all the juice.
Yeah. Well, what would this movie have been like if it wasn't Rob Reiner?
Maybe not as good.
Yeah, who knows? You know?
Rob found whatever. He tapped in.
He tapped in.
Tap.
Yeah, there was there's one shot that's great where it's like from super far away. You see the kids on the railroad.
Yes.
That's my favorite shot of the movie.
The railroad shots are the classic shot. I mean, they use them in so many other movies.
Right.
How classic those shots are.
Those are
Little Giants.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just the kids on the railroad. You know.
Yeah, that it genuinely was a very good movie.
God, it's good.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite kid?
I like the main guy.
You like Gordy?
Gordy.
I like Gordy too.
I like Gordy.
Gordy, the storytelling.
The storytelling. That's what makes. Yeah.
The pie thing was awesome.
That was a good story.
Great story.
It was a good story. It was like, oh wow, and then everyone's vomiting, and that was a little hard to watch.
But the revenge. Think of that as a kid.
Yeah.
So like, oh, that's a really interesting revenge.
That's a funny revenge.
Yeah, it's like you don't see it coming. Like, all right, interesting. You know. What'd you think of our boy 24? Oh, Kiefer.
Kiefer was Jesus Christ. He was scary.
Yeah, he was.
He was a scary guy. I was like, everyone fucking killed it. Fucking PTSD boy, Corey
Feldman murdered him, man. He tapped into like some acting.
Yeah, that was
they all
insane.
Did. They all, yeah.
Yeah, but you could tell why they were all stars because they were all like, damn, these guys murdered this goddamn movie.
Murdered it,
They
man.
murdered this movie.
They were all in.
Yeah.
I don't know how Rob Reiner. I'd like to think of a director as kind of like a coach, like a Bill Belichick, and like maybe you got to get everybody like on one page, and to get kids on one page. I'm sure you know.
Well, this is how tapped in Rob Reiner was to these kids. So Amazon facts.
He was fucking them.
Yeah. He was tapped in. Man, I mean, you know what? With what's going on in Hollywood, I wouldn't doubt it. But or not that I wouldn't doubt it. If I heard that, I wouldn't be like, "Oh wow, how crazy!" I'd be like, "Yeah."
This is what I'd be like. I'd be like, "Damn, Rob Reiner."
Yeah.
That's when you'd be like, "Oh damn,
yeah,
another one I liked."
Yeah.
That's what it would be. It would not be.
No way.
It would be like, no, not Ryan. It would be like that.
Yeah.
They'd be like, and I also would be like, damn, no wonder Stand By Me was so good.
Yeah.
That'd be my second thought.
They were all playing for each other.
And playing with each other.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I'm sorry, I got left with the.
Yeah, we got a little pedophilia detour there.
What?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Hey, bro, I'm sorry. I'll come back to Stand By Me. Guys.
Okay.
Nigga, you said pedophilia. I was scrolling through TikTok, as I do.
Yeah.
As we all do.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Yeah.
Scrolling through. But there's a TikTok page, nigga, where it's just it's like To Catch a Predator, but it's not. It's like Someone invented their own version.
Okay.
But it's real though. Like she's really going. Yo, this girl. You don't see what she looks like either.
Okay.
You just hear her voice, and she walks up. She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You hear to me like you were like Cortez, or you Quatarius, or like black and white Mexican dude. Like are you Charlie? Yeah. Or you here to meet a 14-year-old girl, and then you see the motherfucking person's eyes light up. Yep, this is this person's information. It's like all on TikTok, and them bitches be having like 2 million views and comments. If comments be like, "I eat there." Comments are great sometimes.
The comments on TikTok are fucking crazy.
Oh, bro, I saw one because she got up at the shop. He said, "I eat there." Because that would fuck you up, nigga. If you saw that go down at your Five Guys.
Well, hey, whatever is your spot, a pedophile is definitely eating there. So
for sure, but him getting caught there is different.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're in the background just eating your quesadilla.
Like, oh, nigga. Yeah. That's what was going on. I just thought they were filming a TikTok.
Damn, really?
That's a whole nigga. That's a whole.
Next time you pop, send me that page.
I'll send you that page, bro. But there's a whole. And ultimately, it's nigga. Yeah. No cameras, none of that, nigga. Just her phone, and she has a security guard.
Well, yeah, definitely.
She's a security guard with her. Because I was watching the first one, and I was like, man, why wouldn't this dude just beat this little girl's ass and take her phone, right? Because he did the thing where he's like, and then I watched like 4 or 5 of them, and then she mentions it at one point. She's like, oh, this is my security guard. Don't worry about him. He's not gonna hurt you. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. It's this little girl and this intimidating ass giant walking up.
Yeah.
Them niggas be gross, bro. Them niggas are regular ass dudes. Like it's crazy because that's what they be. They just be like niggas with good jobs. One nigga pulled off in the Audi. He's like a coach.
Ooh.
Because she finds out all that shit about them niggas too. She got him. It's straight up How to Catch a Predator.
I love it. It's the new version.
Oh, I mean that's entertainment.
Version?
Entertainment. That's what it's about to be.
That yeah. Well, and it's like that lane in American media clearly needed to be filled because it's been a while since like To Catch a Predator has been big, but clearly that shit is. Like that,
people don't like pedophiles. Yeah, we hate them.
Well, you know what else TikTok is missing? If TikTok had someone doing paternity tests and be like, "You are not the father," that shit would blow up because that's missing now. But clearly, it spoke to people.
Nigga, people would be duetting them motherfucking people would be duetting them.
Ooh. So it's like it's smarter for her because she was like, "Oh, this." I don't know if she thought of it like that, but like,
and I think she thought it, but like to put it on. To package it like she did, somebody thought of it like that.
Yeah.
And like now, I don't know if she thought of it like that, but you're right. The packaging is exactly like you said. Like, this is How to Catch a Predator. I mean, through TikTok. If
anyone's listening, there needs to if they can figure out a Maury version of TikTok, that is a huge lane.
You gotta find the girls.
You gotta find the girls, and you gotta find the guys willing to do the paternity test in a way that's not confidential.
Yep. That's the thing is like this one hers works because she's catching somebody. Like she's putting herself at risk. By messaging these people and finding them and doing it and then getting them to meet up and all that shit and then also going there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you can get shot.
Yeah, but that's why you bring a big ass nigga.
That's fair.
Because it does. Because think about this. Because of course you'll shoot a motherfucker, right?
Right.
But if you're 100% positive about that you're about to go there and fuck a little girl, because they sent pictures, you sent pictures, they did all the things to like really trick you. You know what I'm saying? And you show up and there's this big ass. You're not thinking about killing a nigga.
Right.
Because I think that's because I was like, man, they never get violent. But then I'm like, oh, because that's not what that was.
Yeah. Well, yeah, why would I bring a gun to this situation to fuck a 14-year-old?
She also, like, she sent me pictures. I saw her face in the pictures. I'm thinking she's about to fuck me. Because that they be having them, too. They be like, no, you sent pictures. I got pictures. Like she be having them, bro, where it's like, ooh. That's where you know, fool, on How to Catch a Predator. Because they be like, no, I'm just here. I'm just here to hang out. And they go, all right, but in the message here, you said.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, nigga, you said. Because you see their face where they're like, yeah, you said all that, you stupid ass nigga. I mean, and they start doing that. Or they're like, ooh, man, that's a tough situation, bro.
So what Rob Reiner told.
Sorry.
So the scene where he's crying about the teacher, the other teacher who stole the money and bought the dress. You know, the teacher that ratted him out and bought a dress.
Yes.
Yeah, and
that bitch.
He's crying at the campfire.
Fuck that bitch, fool.
So when we're talking, fuck her. But you're talking about how a coach brings directors like a coach. So Rob apparently before the scene told River to like, hey, when you're doing this scene, think about a time. Think about a time an adult really let you down, And he was able to get River Phoenix to that place where he would cry. And then after the scene, River kept crying. And then Rob had to be like, oh, shit. Like, you really went there. Because River was, like, apparently distraught over thinking about that thing.
Jeez.
But a good director could get you to that place. Hopefully not with his penis.
I wonder what,
Hopefully not with his penis.
I wonder what River, because his brother, I mean, is one of the best actors alive.
Yeah.
Period. His brother's one of the top actors walking Earth. You got to put him up there with the big boys. You know what I mean? That's how good he is. After the Joker role, it was like, oh, he's solidified.
Yeah.
How good was he going to be?
How good was he going to be? Right? Because everyone talks about how great River was.
I mean, you just saw it.
Yeah.
He was great.
He was great. He was great.
I'm not saying he was going to be Joaquin, but like, what was he going to be? What was he going to be? Because the motherfucker had chops. You can't say the motherfucker had chops. And then that story is like, damn. He's clearly method.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like his brother.
Yeah, Kiefer's pretty method too. Apparently he would pick on to stay in character, he would pick on the boys on set all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he's a pedophile. That's a pedophile. That part, I'm like, everybody else, I'm like, nah. You said that, and I'm like, man, that nigga just like to fuck with little kids, fool. You just want to fuck with little kids. You just want to be a bully, bro. Fuck you, 24. I ain't falling for that shit, nigga. You wanted to bully some niggas. And like, how old? Well, I'm totally allowed to do this. You're a monster. You're a monster, Kiefer Sutherland.
And that's Stand By Me. Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And, follow us on Instagram @SpoilTheBeans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us on
Poston, Sanamad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
You're back. I'm never back.
We're back.
Hello, Beaners.
What's up?
Beans.
Beans.
Hi, guys. We got to pay some bills.
And you know how we pay these bills?
How we pay the bills.
We get on Instagram, Beaners.
Yep.
We go to the search bar.
Yes, we do.
We type in Darren Bates, DAREN BATES. Darren Bates, Westland _son56. He should pop up immediately. He has a blue check mark next to his name. You click it.
And then you go look up The Raw Room. At Raw Room. It's the Raw Room podcast that he does. You subscribe, you download, you listen. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. The Raw Room podcast. Go get your raw dog on with Darren Bates.
Right. Also, follow him on Instagram. That's what I meant to say. That's why I didn't get to finish.
Oh.
Derek.
Sorry. Do both things.
Yes. Do both things. And then message him. Tell him the Bean sent you. Let him know. And that's the ad. That's our sponsor. Our sponsor wants you to follow him on Instagram. Doesn't cost no monthly subscription fee.
Nope.
Nothing. You don't have to give your credit card information.
Nope.
You don't have to give some random company your address.
Nope.
All you got to do is click follow. That's all we ask of you guys.
That's it. That's all we ask. And tell him the Bean sent you.
Yes.
And if you want, go listen to his podcast. It's very informative. If you like sports and you like fun, it is for you.
Yep.
The Raw Room.
Raw Room, baby.
Another day.
Another day, another beans. Shout out to our Iowa beans. Hopefully, you have power at this point.
Yeah, hopefully by this point you have power. Right now you guys are going through it.
Jesus, my God.
I was going through it. But shout out to y'all, man. Hopefully all our Iowa beaners, we love you. Hopefully y'all stand strong, bro, for real.
Yeah.
That shit, that shit sucks, bro. That shit sucks. But hopefully by the time y'all see this episode, y'all are like, man, we're fine.
Yeah, hopefully. And then hopefully like, wait, fuck these assholes. 3 months, a month too late or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's good. That means you guys are in a better place.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Bob?
Yes?
Gotta spoil your beans?
Yeah, you can spoil my beans.
Can you do me a favor before I do?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happens in the movie you have never seen before? Fever Pitch?
Fever Pitch. Shit. Is this that rom-com? Is that rom-com with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore.
What happens at Fever Pitch, bro?
I think it is. All right, this is what I'm going to... So, Jimmy Fallon is this huge baseball fan. He's a big Red Sox fan, and he's a single guy. And he meets a girl, and she's maybe not that into baseball, but she's super into him. You know? And then they start going... This is a story of... No, you know what? No, she's into baseball. What am I saying? He meets his Red Sox girl. And they, it's the story of their love shown through a season of the Boston Red Sox. And yeah, he makes some big show for her at the end. Like he runs out on the field or some shit like that. He streaks. He's like, because she leaves him or something. And he's like, oh, no, I love you. And she's like, oh, wow, he does love me. He did something crazy for me. And then she accepts him back, and they live happily ever after because it's a rom-com.
Have you seen Anger Management?
Yes.
Okay, you realize that's what you just described, right?
Oh, did I?
That's why I was like,
it's been a long time.
This is Anger Management.
It's been a long time
you literally described Anger Management.
That's really funny.
The movie ends when he runs on the field as a gesture to like show her they like, I do love you.
That's funny.
That's why I was like, oh no, that's a movie you've seen, my man.
That makes sense why I went there.
Because I was like, that's why I was also like, oh, we haven't done that. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
I was not going to tell you, but you've seen it. Well.
Seen it.
Yeah, that's Anger Management. So you described one movie 100% correct.
Oh, dope. Sometimes you take the pictures so you can get them, you know?
Hey, brother, that's a good classic Adam Sandler right there. Classic Adam and Jack.
Yeah,
I love Anger Management. That's a great movie. Very hilarious comedy. This is a different movie.
Okay.
But you were right. The leads are Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
You were correct on that.
Okay. Dope. Again, take the victories where you get them.
Got to take them where you get them. Mm-hmm. I will say this about your guesses. Mm-hmm. You're wrong.
I'm batting 200? That's what you should have said in this baseball movie.
I should have.
There's baseball in this movie. For sure, right?
I should have said, if we're going to say percentages, in the guesses, you would be batting at this point, after 100 and something movies, 150 plus.
Right.
You are batting... I'm going to say 115.
Ah, damn. That's rough.
Career-wise.
That's rough. That means I'm not a replacement level player even. That means I spent a lot of time in the minor leagues. Fuck. And I get called up, every once in a while. There's probably a lot of hype around me. Hopefully I'm a good,
clearly you're a great fielder.
Yeah. And I come in as a defensive replacement in late innings.
But when you bat,
games that we're winning that are close that we need to keep close.
This is the problem though when you bat. Mm-hmm. I'll say this: you are batting every time you go up to bat. You put on a blindfold and we stop.
Well, then 115 is pretty good.
Yeah, but you don't. It's like it's you though. It was your choice to not do this, so it's like you put on this blindfold.
Look,
and you bat, and your teammates are like, just go out there without the blindfold, and you're like, no.
You play the cards you were dealt.
And this is the hand you were dealt, and I bat with a blindfold.
Yes.
You bat 115, my man.
That's not
horrible.
That's not horrible, but yeah.
You're right. You're in the minor leagues.
I'm in the minor leagues a lot, and maybe I get to join the team for a playoff run. Like I said, when they need a defensive replacement in the late innings to keep a game close.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Nothing wrong with that guy. That guy has a good life.
Well, yeah. I mean, that guy has played a very pivotal role on three near and dear to me World Series runs. So I get it.
You can be that guy.
I could be that guy. Absolutely.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was like, what's your actual batting percentage?
Yeah.
Because some stuff you do get right. And
like Cars 3.
Yeah. No.
Like Cars 3. Where I nailed that one 100%.
Yeah, it's the ones that you miss 100% that really throw the average off.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them you're like this. You're like 10% right, 15% right. You know what I mean? You knew Drew Barrymore and you knew that there's baseball involved.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like 15. That's like 15. And then you started describing Anger Management. It's just like, okay.
You take what you can get.
I get that. We all like the Sandman, dude. Movie starts.
Okay.
We see Red Sox stuff.
Okay.
All right, all over a bulletin board. 86 years of banging our heads against the big green wall. We finally did it. But that part, everyone knows that part. I got a story you don't know. It's about a school teacher named Ben. All right, and then we see Ben as a kid, right? Mm-hmm. Child Ben. His parents just got divorced, and his mom dragged him all the way up to Boston, alone and away from his friends. He's all sad. Finally, his mom was like, enough moping. You're going to go out with your Uncle Carl, right? And so you see the mom, like, bring him outside, and he gets out. His Uncle Carl, you'll recognize him, like, he's a comic, and he's been in a lot of, like, mafia kind of movies. Looks like an old Boston kind of guy, you know? And he goes, Ben was only 7, and Carl was a classic Boston guy. Knew where to take any kid for a good time.
Right.
Fenway Park, the heart and soul of Boston. We see the kid get to the stadium and fucking, light, obviously.
Yeah.
Light up. That's the day I met Ben. You see Ben meet the young guy who's narrating this. I'm Al Waterman. I sell sponges, right? And you see him give the little kid a sponge. And he's like, and I taught little Ben everything I knew about the Red Sox, and so did his uncle. And by the end, Ben became one of God's most pathetic creatures, a Red Sox fan.
Whew.
Why'd you say, I was like, I thought that was like a real fan saying.
Yeah, that's a real line. That's, what's it called? That's something before they won that World Series. That's
what you were, right?
Yeah, that's something that rings so true.
Ooh, I'm sure them and the Cubs before y'all know they're like, oh God, a drought is a drought.
A drought is a. There are grandparents to grandkids of those two teams that have never seen a championship.
Yep. Especially
Especially Boston, because the Patriots. I mean, if you're a hockey fan, that's another thing. But the Patriots didn't start winning. Well, you had the Celtics.
Yeah.
But either way. If you're a fan of those two teams specifically, you didn't see. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Cubs and Red Sox were, famous droughts.
Yeah,
like they were famous. They were famously known that they were gonna it was so well known that they were never gonna win. It was like in the lexicon of talking.
Right.
It's like, oh, the Red Sox will never win. The Cubs will never win.
Right.
Like those were just things you knew. So, it says that line.
We got to see both win in our lifetime.
We got to see both win in our lifetime, which is awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And not my teams, but just for the sport,
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah, both those times I was rooting for those teams.
I was. Hardcore. Hardcore rooting for Boston.
Yeah.
Hardcore rooting for the Cubs. Mm-hmm. Like, not even, close.
Yeah.
So, 23 years later, after he says that.
Okay.
All right? It's October 2003.
Okay. Oh, 2003.
This movie's awesome, bro. I love this movie.
Oh, so this is where the Yankees break their hearts in the ALCS.
We see City of Boston.
Yeah.
Fever pitch.
Okay.
All right. We see kids in a little slug bug yelling at Jimmy Fallon. We see our lead.
Right.
Jimmy Fallon. Young Jimmy, 2003.
Okay.
Not late night Jimmy.
Yes.
This is SNL actor Jimmy.
Yes.
All right. He's clearly the teacher taking these kids on a field trip somewhere. All right. We see a powerful woman in a big business, like high top floor executive suite.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
God, she's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore is gorgeous.
Oh, my Lord. She's so gorgeous.
Especially in E.T.
Oh, my God. Especially in E.T.
Yeah.
So.
In Bust the TikTok Girl.
Yeah. Oh, up on the scene. Yeah. Mad at me. So her assistant, she's like busy. She's like super busy working. You tell she's like a powerful woman.
Right.
And you always need a rom-com.
Right.
You need a teacher. You need somebody powerful.
Yeah. You need somebody. You need somebody powerful, but somebody that does good.
Yep. You need class.
Yeah.
Class differential.
Yeah.
So
everything is Jane Austen.
Always.
Yeah.
So always.
She really. Hey. Shout out to Jane Austen.
Shout out.
for really knocking that I guess stereotype or whatever that is out of the park.
The fucking moon. Nigga.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
We still do it every movie always.
Yeah. So you don't get enough shout out from the bros. So
no, you know what, the bros ain't giving her. The bros are not giving her enough love. Bro.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Was some real shit you said.
Yeah.
The real niggas ain't giving Jane Austen her due.
Yeah. This is us.
We give it to LeBron James, but we're not gonna give it to Jane.
For the Jane Austen of the class.
Of our class?
For the LeBron James of the class romance.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Let her fucking have that.
Yeah.
Put her name, put her jersey in the fucking rafters.
Yeah. we're big Jane.
On Beans? On Florida Beans?
Never seen a single one of her movies.
Don't need to.
Never read a single one of her books.
I know what she is.
But we're big Jane Austen fans here.
She should have made What Women Want.
Yeah. Oh, no, it wouldn't have been hilarious. What Women Want was one of the best superhero movies we've ever done.
Yeah, Nancy knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
So we see a powerful, sexy Drew Barrymore, right? And her assistant comes up.
Nancy. Damn, you remember that director?
I remember that. Her assistant comes up and tells her, "Hey, you have teacher like student like field trip coming today that you're supposed to give like a tour to.
Right.
You know, and then she's like, fuck, you know, like, God damn, because she's busy. You know, she's like, I forgot that I signed up for that shit.
Right.
She doesn't want to do it. And then right then Jimmy Fallon and the kids are walking in. And he's like kind of cracking jokes, lightening the mood because she can tell she doesn't want to do it. Right. And he's just Jimmy Fallon. He's just kind of being goofy, right?
Right.
And then he tells her, he's like, hey, I teach 9th grade math. You know, my name's Mr. Whiteman, Ben Whiteman. These are the best students in my class, in my algebra, whatever class.
Right.
And I just wanted to take them on a field trip to see someone who's extremely successful and powerful, who still uses math, like the math I'm teaching them right now in their day-to-day life.
Right.
And then she kind of like smile, like that wins her over, like,
right.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is dope.
You know? Mm-hmm. So then she gets into it and she gives them like the full tour of what she does and how she does it. And it's like math shit. Don't get me wrong. It's you know, like but that's what she does, right? So the student like they leave, right? And they're all they're talking about how good of a time they had, and they start talking about how hot she was, obviously. They're like, she was hot shit. And then one of the kids is like, man, she was way out of your league, Mr. Whiteman. And he's like, he's like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
And the kid's like, I'm just saying, we all saw you're you, and we all saw like what that was. Right. You know, like, what are you talking about? And he's like, he goes, what? You don't think I could get up with that? You really don't think I could get with that? And then the kid goes, oh, Mr. Whiteman, you don't have the bat speed. And he's like, oh, baby, I got the bat speed.
Okay.
He goes, I hit all the cheeses. Please believe. Yeah. All the cheese. I hit it. And so so you see, cut back to her. She's talking to her assistant. She's already back on the phone talking to her assistant about like trying to get to this promotion, you know, back in business mode. When she walks back in her office, he's sitting in that bitch. And she's like, can I help you? Hey, did you forget something? And then he gets like, because she's not giving him no attention. She's like still like, oh, hi. And then she's still, and then you tell like that makes him like, oh shit. Oh shit, this bitch might not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, sorry, I just want to say thank you. The kids really enjoyed it. And she's like, okay. And then she gets back to work and she looks up at him and she's like, so is this conversation over? That would hurt my heart, bro.
Yeah.
If a girl said that, how much does that crush your spirit?
Yeah. How does that?
Is this conversation over?
How does he win this? How does he win this affection?
He goes,
he's in a very bad spot right now.
Horrible.
Yeah.
He goes, no.
It's 0-2. And Randy Johnson's on the mound.
God damn, get him a son.
Yeah.
He goes, no.
It's just a Pedro Martinez.
It's okay.
Sucks.
I know.
All right.
But I was still with you because it was baseball and you did a good job.
Thank you.
So he goes, no. He starts like stuttering and he's, I wanted to ask you, I wanted to see if I can ask you out sometime because now he's like nervous. Yeah. Right? And he's like, I won't bring the kids this time. It'll just be me and you. And then she's like, oh, because she wasn't expecting that. She's like, cut to. We see Jimmy the next day. He's playing like football at the park with his friends.
Right.
And just cut that shit off. Fool.
Yeah.
That noise. Right. Like we're in if you are watching, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah. The light keeps popping in and out. All right.
So we see he's at the football playing football with his friends and shit. Mm-hmm. And he's talking to one of them about and she said no apparently because he's talking about why she didn't go out with him. And he's like, dang, that sucks. Yeah. And then he blames it on him being a teacher. He's like, I know it's because I'm a teacher. And she looked at me like, oh, he's just some fucking teacher, you know? And then right then he catches the interception and he starts like running over people.
Right.
Like running them over. And then one of his friends grabs him and go, dude, it's two-hand touch. You were down there. And then you see all the dudes like laying down, like grabbing their arms in their hands. Yeah. He's like, oh shit, I'm sorry, guys. Thinking about something else. Sorry. Yeah. So cut to we see Lindsay. She's with her friends, and they're like working out, right?
Yeah.
It's like four of her, like her girls, and she's explaining why she couldn't date him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She doesn't say what. Like it's like all these other kind of reasons, like, oh, I just don't know, maybe this, that, and she's like, stop, damn, I feel like an idiot. She's like, I'm 30 years old, and I'm just making myself unavailable, right? And then she has a fat friend. When the fat friend goes, well, for being honest, you kind of just keep dating yourself. Like every dude you date is just another super successful business guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the fat friend's like, what's wrong with dating a school teacher? And then another friend's like, oh, we all know what's wrong with dating a school teacher. Every school teacher has a small income. And their friends are like, yeah. It's like, because it's like, hey, bitch, you make big time money.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So teachers, cut to, you see Ben, he's at the school and they're asking him about the Celtics, how they're going to do this year. And he's like, doesn't even care. He's like, I don't know. What?
Yeah.
And then another teacher.
He only cares about the Red Sox. Okay.
And another teacher asked him like to help him out with JV baseball, and he's like, "Oh, maybe you do, right?" And he's looking through his messages, and as he's looking through, he had a missed call from Lindsay. And he's like, "Oh shit, right?" So cut to Lindsay's arguing with her friends about like, she's like, "I decided to call him back and go out with him." And they're like, "Why would we do it?" She's like, "I don't know. I wanted to try something different. I wanted to do it." And they're like, "Oh man, I don't know about dating some teacher. You know, we don't know if this is gonna work. You know, he's gonna be broke and all this shit." Cut to the first date. So all the chapters that come up, they're written in Red Sox letters.
Okay.
So see them like that when you see them, right?
Yeah, okay.
So the first date.
Okay.
All right. So he gets to her place.
I like this already.
Oh, I love it. So this movie, dude, they were like, "Oh, this is a rom-com for men."
Okay. Yeah.
They knew, because they're like, "Oh, you're gonna slide baseball into this, you sons of bitches."
Yeah.
They had a very specific season that we all remember vividly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we remember these Red Sox years.
Yeah.
Because even when I said the year, you're like, "Oh, I know that year."
Yeah.
So he gets to her place, and he right when he's walking up to the door, he's got flowers, he's dressed up. He hears her inside, and she's like, "Oh my God, kill me. Oh, kill me." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he rings the bell, and she's like, and then he's like, "It's me, Ben, your date." And then she opens the door, and she looks
sick.
She looks disgusting too. And she's like, "I'm so sick. You just call me tomorrow." And she goes to close the door, and he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, "Hey, are you in pain?" And then she's like, "No, I ate it." And then she runs to the bathroom to throw up. You just hear her, blah, 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 and he's just shot. And you hear this as he's just standing at the door with flowers.
Yeah. Ooh.
And he's just like,
what do I do?
So she's just throwing up, and then he's like, if you're faking it, I can just leave. You don't have to do all this.
Yeah, I don't think she's faking it.
It's like, yeah, what girl went this far into the fake? Why would she leave the door open?
As someone who's very insecure, I don't think I'd be that insecure.
Yeah, that's extreme insecure. You're right.
That's a level of insecurity of just like, damn.
At first, you might have thought something was up, but the moment you heard that vomit, you're like, "Oh, she's throwing up."
And the moment you saw her,
like, "Oh, I think she's sick," and then she runs off to throw up, and then you hear, it was loud.
Because think about this: if I'm saying I'm sick, I'm not letting you come over. I'm calling you. I'm doing whatever I can to avoid seeing you.
This clearly just hit me. Like, I ate something, and it hit me in between when I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
You're right. Good point. Because I'm not going to let you see anything like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that means this is like, no, this is real.
This is very real.
Good point. That is a good point. So he kind of like walks in because the door's still open, and she's just throwing up, and he walks in. He's like, "You want to just pull the plug on this date tonight then?"
Yeah, hey, bro. I think you make that call. Show a little confidence.
I think she's making the call. She's answering you with throw up.
She's sick. So then force her to make a decision is pretty rude.
To be like, "Hey, so you sure you don't want to eat?"
Yeah. I wouldn't want to call that. I wouldn't want to call that person back.
Good point. So she doesn't say anything.
Girl, I got you.
She doesn't say anything. He just stands there and he thinks for a second. Mm-hmm. Cut to he's helping her in the room.
Okay.
And she's just like, "Oh," she's not even there.
Okay.
And then he's like, "Hey, so where are your pajamas?" And she points and he grabs the pajamas. He's like, "Look, I'm gonna change you. I promise you, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm gonna be looking up here. Okay, I'm not gonna look." She's like, and then she like goes. She takes off her stuff, and then you see their heads, and then he stops and he goes, "Okay, I looked. I did it." And then she goes. Like she laughs, and then funny. He puts it on her, and he lays her down.
Okay.
It is like, oh, bro, it's like, oh, this nigga, you won.
Yeah, he's got game.
Oh, you also is like, oh, she's gonna remember, like, you won.
Yeah.
You laid her down, like, you know what I mean? You were cool about it. You saw her naked, and we're like, cool about it.
Yeah.
You know.
But you also saw her naked.
And that's the biggest Drew Barrymore, dude.
Yeah.
You kidding me? So she passes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet music starts playing in the background, and he walks up, and you don't see him, you just see a hand, and you go, "Here's some Gatorade," and she's like, "Oh, thank you." She passes back out, and she like right when she passes out, she goes, "Thanks, Bill," and he's like, "It's Ben, it's okay," and you see him like disappear.
Right.
She wakes back up. He's cleaning the throw up off of her toilet.
So this is a lot. I will hold for this.
She's like, "What?" And then she passes back out.
Okay.
She wakes back up. This nigga's grooming her dog. She's like, and then she passes back out.
Okay.
Oh, bro, every woman thinks that's the sweetest thing of all time.
That's funny.
You don't think so?
What?
But every woman, that scenario to a woman is everything.
Yeah, he's doing a lot there.
Everything.
Yeah, I was. This is just like a
Sam
lot
was
for,
creaming in her pants. I mean, she's seen the movie a million times.
Right.
But yeah, just in that's just like, oh, because that's what. Oh, dude, you're sick, and this man you don't know is taking care of you. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, you weren't looking at it like that.
I wasn't looking at it like
you were
that.
looking at it like a guy.
Yeah.
Because I saw you were like, oh, and I was like, oh, that's not how women look at that.
Yeah,
Let me tell you now. But what were you thinking?
I was like, damn, this is well, it's just so much for someone you don't know. You just showed up to, you know what I mean? You showed up to your house, and you're just in her house, you know? Like, I don't know how she would do that.
You're the dude thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You see where I'm coming from or no?
I
you're
do
looking at
see,
me like, I don't agree with him. I'm like, no, you see this, right?
I do see where you're coming from.
You just don't agree. You don't see how women can see that way?
No, I can.
Do you see how women can see this way or no?
I can see how women can see this way. I just put myself in that situation. I'm like, oh, I can see how she would. You would
never do that for a person.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You would never do this for a girl, ever, dude. You wouldn't do this for your wife, bro. You have some other shit going on. I love you, but you wouldn't. That's just not who you are. So I can guess also seeing it like that too, maybe.
The cleanup of the throw up is something I would do for my wife. Absolutely, that I would do.
No, I'm talking about. Yeah,
but
maybe.
A
date, maybe. A date, you're definitely not doing it for.
A date that I've.
No, I'm a woman that you might marry. Let's say you haven't married her yet.
Okay,
you're not doing it.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. No,
you're not going in her house.
I think you underestimate me a little bit for sure.
You would go in her house?
If I would, no, I'm saying if I was dating her, yes. I'm saying this. I'm saying I show up. I don't know this person. We've never gone out, and I show up, and this is happening. My initial thought would be like, oh, she probably wants to be alone. I wouldn't just be like, I wouldn't stand at the door and be like. When she was like, just go home and call me later, that's when I would have left. I'd be like, oh, that's what she wants.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have just stood there and been like, oh, what's going on here? And then got into her house and then, been like, oh, where are you? You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, that's why it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely would do that for someone I was dating.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No, you
absolutely.
Wouldn't. Hey, ladies. No, you wouldn't.
Absolutely, I would.
All our ladies fans, I'd love for you to find out.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you would too. So find out if Hassan would do this.
I absolutely would. I definitely would.
You definitely would not.
Don't put that on me.
I'm not putting it on you. You wouldn't do that for a woman. You would not do this.
Yeah.
That's why you took it as the worst thing of all time.
Absolutely. No, I didn't take it.
You didn't even take it as like, oh, that's what you took that shit. Like, bro, you should. I wish we could.
Yeah.
Man, we need somebody in the room, bro, so we could do playback sometimes. Like, yo, let's play back and look at your face when you hear me describing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
To you, it was a horrible situation. It was not cute. I
thought it was just a lot for the first time ever meeting someone.
But you don't see how you think it's a lot. How most people, or not, especially women, would not think it's a lot. They'd be like, "Oh my god, it's a lot." It's like that's the good part. So your a lot is negative. But why I would say women love this, and why this is a rom-com, and why this is like the creaming moment for a woman. Like it's that it is a lot. Does that not make sense?
I see what you're saying.
To women or to a dude or to anybody, just like, oh, that's what makes it beautiful. Is that, or like that's what makes it crazy that you would do that for a stranger.
Yeah, that is crazy. So it is a big showing, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah. But watching you cringe hearing that was way funnier, dude. So she comes out the shower the next day, and she looks like she's better, and he's knocked out on the couch, right? And he's cuddling like with her dog and shit. And she's like, hey. And he's like, oh, hi. And she's like, did you clean my bathroom or did I dream that? And he's like, no, that wasn't me. Some vomit elves came in. They were really cute. They had little hats. And she's like, thank you. That's pretty crazy. You went like above and beyond. And then she like smiles and he like says some stuff to make her laugh, right? And then he's like, oh, also, I got you some movies. I always like to watch movies when I feel sick. And she's like, oh, yeah, I love Annie Hall. That's my favorite movie when I'm sick. He said, are you serious? She's like, yeah. He was like, you really, Annie Hall, that's your favorite movie when you're sick? She's like, oh, my God, why? He said, look at this. And he reaches in the bag and he pulls out Roadhouse. She's like,
that's funny.
Oh, bro, this nigga got game.
Yeah.
So cut to they're having a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go to like have a date, like, and she's yelling on the phone, like she's not even there. She's there, but she's not there. She's yelling on the phone about business stuff, blah blah blah. And then she gets off, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Was this annoying?" And he's like, "You tell he's like, I don't give a shit,
right?
Whatever, right?" And then she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe every other guy I've ever been out with. This is such a problem. Like, what are your pet peeves? Are you gonna tell me what stresses you?" And then like her phone rings again, and then like he answers it and makes her laugh to like show her like, yo, this does not bother me.
Damn.
This does not bother me.
Right.
Okay. So they go for a walk, right? And as they're going for a walk, she finds out he doesn't have a cell phone. He's never had a cell phone. Doesn't have a pager. Never had a beeper. Anything.
Okay. So very 2000. That's even for 2003. That's like a lot.
That's why he has nothing. No.
Yeah.
No phone. Right. No laptop.
Yeah.
Right. And she's like, oh my God. Like what? She's like, what? How do you get information? What if she said, what if your dad dies or something? And he goes, oh, my dad died 2 years ago. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He's like, but you may be right because I did find out this morning.
Damn. This guy's
Yo,
funny.
and she starts dying.
This guy's funny.
Yo, her next line, wow, you're really funny.
Yeah, damn.
You're like a funny guy.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I'm okay. He goes, he's like, I kind of just like I just know stuff sometimes. She's like, know what? He's like I know, like, to your friends, you probably call me Ben the school teacher. And she's like her face, like she didn't have to say it, but like,
right.
That's exactly who you are. You're Ben the school teacher. And she's laughing. He's just killing the date, right? And so she's like, I'm gonna invite you to I want you to meet my friends. Like she's like, let's kick this up another level.
Right.
So she brings him to a party with all her friends, right? And right when he walks up, they're like, hi. He goes, hi, I'm Ben the school teacher, and they all laugh. Because they are like, oh, damn.
He nailed it.
This guy knows.
This guy's killing it. He's just at every turn.
He's killing it.
I wonder when he stops killing it.
It's a rom-com.
Yeah. So eventually he's going to start making mistakes.
So they're all laughing. Party goes on. Her friends are talking about how much they like him. Oh, my God. They all except one. The three friends, just four friends.
Do we know any of the friends?
Not really. You wouldn't recognize any of them, really.
Okay.
So three of them are like, oh, my God, he is amazing. He's sweet. He's this. He's that. He's awesome. And then one friend is like,
okay,
I don't trust him.
Okay.
Something's not right. And they're like, what's wrong? He's a doll. And she's like, no, he's great. He's a doll. But why is he on the market? She's like, he's that good. He's that sweet. He's a school teacher. And nobody's tranquilized and tased him yet? Bullshit. What's wrong with him? And they all kind of look, right? Like, cut to, you see Ben. He's talking to one of their husbands, right? This rich dude. And the rich guy is like, oh, my God. Like, you have, first base, right behind the first baseline, season tickets to the Red Sox? And he's like, yep, since I was a little kid. And the guy's like, holy shit. He's like, will you sell them? And he's like, man, I would never sell them for, like, are you kidding me? He's like, I would never sell them for anything in the world. Like, never, right?
Those are amazing seats.
Oh, they're unreal. When you see them, they don't even make sense.
Oh, okay. Do they shoot at a real game?
Yeah.
Dope.
All the games.
Oh, dope.
They shoot at real games.
Dope.
We'll get to that. Well, the last scene's crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Like, it's like, oh, the timing of this movie and how it worked out. Like, oh, they didn't plan for this. But we'll get there.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. When did this movie come out?
2004.
2004. Okay. Okay.
Because you're like, oh, they must have made it. Like, how? Right? Because you're putting the math together in your head.
Well, no, because, okay. So this is don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. But this is the math. If this movie comes out in 2004, that means they shot it during 2003.
No, I'm sorry. Movie came out in 2005.
Okay. Then damn, I know exactly when they shoot this.
And it's just crazy how it worked out.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying about the end? It's like, oh, it's just crazy that this worked out like this.
Okay.
This is just God.
Okay.
This is just some like, oh, God, the timing of this was just like, oh, that doesn't make sense.
Okay. I'm excited now. I've totally forgot about the baseball aspect to this, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Because clearly it's coming.
Yeah.
It's being dropped hintingly. Mm-hmm. And so the guy is talking to him about season 6, like, oh, my God, that's unreal. And he goes, do you find my wife attractive? Right? And Ben laughs, like, haha. And he's like, seriously? You find her attractive?
Oh, nice.
And Ben's like, oh, shit. But the dude's dead serious.
Yeah, we're in this situation.
Like,
yeah.
No, like, that's what he's willing to, like, for his ticket, like let you know, like, what people offer for him for season tickets. Because he says how, like, man, people have offered him crazy stuff for my seats because they're crazy. And the guy's like,
fuck my wife.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You fuck my wife. The seats aren't. When you see him, though, it's on, you'll be like, damn, I get it.
Yeah.
So.
He must have got, and it's just a family thing, right? They probably got him when they were super, super duper affordable.
Mm-hmm. He got him from his uncle, and then he got him clearly from his uncle.
Yeah.
So the boys, it cut to like you see him talking to like all the husbands, and they're all sitting around him, and he's telling like Red Sox stories because he's never missed a game in 23 years.
Oh, damn. That's awesome, but also crazy.
You see where this movie might be heading.
Yeah.
Where the problems might come in.
Yeah.
We're not in season yet.
Yeah. Oh, God. Every game?
So they were like, oh my God, the boys all talk about, what about the All-Star game that happened here where they wheeled out Teddy Williams?
I remember that.
And then and you see all the dudes there like this, and he was like, I was there. And they're all like, oh. And he's like, I saw grown men. Grown men are heroes on that field in tears. Right? And then all of them, like, they all start crying.
Yeah.
And then they all go, man, if Lindsay ever breaks up with you, I'll fucking kill that bitch. Because they're like, oh my God, this could be our new friend with these tickets?
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
So the girls are upstairs, right? And they're still talking about, like, she's like, they're like, oh, he's not crazy, he's sweet. And she's like, man, the one friend's like, no, I know psychos. And he must be one of them. She talks about how the one time she dated a guy, and he was totally normal, and everything was great. He was so sweet. And then she found out he kept all his toenail clippings from his whole life in his closet. And they were like, oh my God. And she's like, there's a reason why that guy is single downstairs.
I like this friend.
I know, because it's like, it adds this, like, because Drew Barrymore's like, what are you? And it's like, you don't see it coming, bitch, but something's coming.
Something's off.
So the next day, Ben wakes, like, she says all that, right? Like, I'm telling you, something about this guy is coming. The next day, you see Ben wake up in his place, right? It's a beautiful morning. And it's Red Sox shit and I mean, like, not everywhere. I mean, like
this is kind of creepy.
It's a worship.
It's okay. Yeah, it's really creepy.
It's beyond. I mean, every single item it'd be like if every item in this room, the wallpaper to every other item, every item in the room
is Red Sox.
Everything on the walls is clippings and everything. Yeah.
Oof.
30-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
So, like, every big moment in Red Sox history, like everything, all Red Sox books, literature, like everything, right? His shower curtains. So, like, you see, and then he, like, so time passes, time starts passing. They're going on dates. They're having a great time. They're loving each other.
Right.
March.
Okay.
All right. We see Ben run downstairs early in the morning, like maybe 6, like bright and 6 in the morning.
Right.
UPS guy's down there. Right, and he's got underwear on and his Red Sox shirt, and he runs down like a kid, and he signs for the package, and he gets this box from a guy, and then he jumps on him and like kisses him like 100 times, and he runs back upstairs, and all his friends are already there waiting, and they open the box, and they're like, "You guys ready?" And they pull out the season tickets, and they're all like, and they all smell them, and they look at each other. A new season, and then one of the guys is like, "A clean slate." And then they go, and Jimmy's like, this smells like the year. This is the year. Cut too. Like, that's all you see.
Yeah.
Like, this is like real worship.
Yeah. Oh God, this is
because you love your Giants, but you don't. Oh
no, I'm a diehard.
I'm saying you love your Giants. You're a diehard. Yeah.
But my God.
You missed some games, huh?
Yeah, I missed games.
I'm assuming you haven't watched every single game.
No, the worst it gets for me is when they lose. When the Giants or Niners lose, it'll ruin my day.
Yeah.
Or week if it's the Niners. But
I haven't seen you lose your mind because you didn't get to watch an away game against the Devil Rays one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I missed during this fucking run. During the Super Bowl run, I missed a couple games. Not during the playoffs, but during the season.
Yeah, well, yeah, we were on the road.
Yeah, but I wasn't like, oh no. Oh, no!
No, you didn't tell Brendan, I can't go out on the weekend. Yeah. Why? Because the Niners play this Sunday.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what?
Yeah, you just sit back and you look at the highlights.
Yeah. You keep watch the Gamecast.
Watch the Gamecast or we watched the Saints game on the plane.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yep, that was awesome.
You just do what you can. But but I'm saying, I know you love your Giants, but like, you're not smelling tickets and going a clean slate every year. Where it's like, oh God, because I've heard you say plenty of times, like, oh, this isn't gonna be our year, but during your World Series run, like, oh, but next year, like, we can set up.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I forgot what year the last one y'all won was what?
2014.
So no, okay, I'm not talking about that. It was right after that. You told me. Right after that, you were like, "Oh, we're not gonna be good again for like a while." It was like right after.
Yeah. I think I told you at the end of 2016. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to do a rebuild."
That's when it was something like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, you're not going in like, if they don't do it,
maybe
this is the year. Fucking kill myself.
Yeah. You gotta set reasonable expectations. Although this was a good Red Sox team.
Yeah, I get why they were like, this is this year.
This was a good.
I mean, the year before, look what happened.
You have Pedro Martinez, Kurt Schilling, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz. This is Johnny Damon.
Don't get me started on it. We'll get to Johnny. Yeah. I love me some John.
This is a good Red Sox team. So this optimism makes sense now.
But relax.
To hold a religious service over it is a whole different thing. Yeah.
So we see Ben and Lindsay on a date the next day, and he's grilling food for her at a park. They're having like a sweet little park date.
Yeah.
And he looks at her. He's like, I really like you. And she's like, oh, I like you too. He's like, no, I really like you. Like, I made a list of all the things I like about you. She's like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll tell it to you. Well, we'll start at number 7. The first 6 are body parts. But she smiles. He's so funny, fool.
Yeah.
She's like, I like that you drink in the afternoon. And then she holds up a little canteen and she's like, she winks at him. She's so cute.
She's so cute.
Right? How hot did you say? You're like, oh, she drinks in the afternoon.
Well, she's the cutest person of all time. She's so cute.
Ooh,
she's so
I like
cute.
that take. Is she the cutest person of all time? She's in the running. You got to put her in the running.
Who else is cute? Cute's really tough to pull off as an adult.
Mila Kunis is cute. She's cute as fuck to me.
I see that. Yeah. I see
cute
that.
As fuck. Drew Barrymore's. Oh, Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan's cute. Meg Ryan in her prime. Meg Ryan during that run. Oh my God, cute as a button. But Drew Barrymore's still cuter.
Yeah.
And then a lot of women are just sexy.
Yeah, and
like
hot.
Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry.
Yeah, but I wouldn't describe them as. I wouldn't describe them as cute.
That's just a bad bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe them as cute.
No, Drew Barrymore's a cutie.
Yeah.
Cutie pie. Like a cutie patootie.
Ooh, I was looking for that. I was waiting for that. That's the best. That's the best cutie word. Patootie?
Oh, patootie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a butt.
Yeah.
It's a cute butt. So we see they're grilling, and he's making her laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I love that sometimes when you talk out the side of your mouth like this. And she blushes. And he's like, oh, I love when you look in the mirror in the mornings. Every time in the mirror before you leave, you look at yourself and you go, like you shrug, like, whatever. And he's like, every time it makes me want to kill myself. I love you so much. Like, it's the sexiest thing I've ever seen. And she's like, ah. And then right then he's about to say something. And then she goes, I have to tell you something. He's like, okay. Because he was about to say something, right?
Right.
And then she goes, it's a big deal in my family. This next weekend that's coming up, we got like my brother-in-law's this, or my sister's this, my brother-in-law's this, and my dad's this. Mm-hmm. So we always go home and we all spend it together. I'd like you to come with me. Like she cuts him off. Like she's like, oh my God, I'm so into this guy. Come home. Would you want to come meet my family?
Meet my
basically.
family. Yeah.
And then he stops and he's like, and then she goes, oh my God, too serious, too soon. I'm so sorry. And he goes, no, God, no, not at all. I have a commitment already. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. What is it? He's like, well, I didn't tell you because I knew you were going to be away that weekend. But every year, me and my friends, we go down to Florida for that weekend. And she's like, for spring break? Aren't you guys a little old for that? And he goes, no, it's not for spring break. It's for spring training with the Red Sox. And she goes, oh my God, you go down with the Red Sox for spring training? And he goes, well, no, not with the team exactly. Like I go down and, and we watch the games. And then she goes, wait, in the spring, but aren't those like practice games or something? And then he's like, oh yeah, they are. But I mean, we go down to scout, scout the players, see who's going to be good, see what the Red Sox can do this season. And then she goes, oh my God, and the Red Sox listen to your opinion? And he has to go, well, I mean, no, bro, because her genuine excitement is like, oh, bro, you know how much that would hurt my feelings?
Yeah.
Because now I got to be like, oh, I'm 7.
Yeah.
I'm a child.
Jeez, every year? That's pretty wild. I do want to do a spring training once.
Hey, no, Hassan, if you said, hey, Derek, I'm going to go do a spring training with my friends, dude, would you want to come? I'd be like, nigga, that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that sounds like the greatest thing ever. If you said, hey, Derek, so me and my friends every year go to Florida to watch the Giants spring training, I would be like, hey, bro, what's going on?
Yeah. I do want to do that. That's part of it. If the world comes back, I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah, you got to do all the things now.
Yeah.
I feel like bro, whatever you wanted to do, when the world comes back, you better do that shit.
I got to do that. I got to go spring training. I gotta go sit and watch a playoff game of some kind.
Yeah, I gotta
person.
I gotta go watch.
I've never been to a playoff game.
Yeah, I gotta go watch a playoff football. Playoff basketball I've seen too many times with heartbreak, but but I just literally thought about how I watched my play in Grizzlies the other day. Yesterday. That was yesterday. Just so you know where we are in time.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had to watch my poor Grizzlies lose a heartbreaker to Portland.
Well, great game. Better game than I expected.
Yeah. It looked over at one point. I mean,
we both thought it looked over in the beginning.
I saw you were like, it's over. And I was like, please don't let this be over.
Yeah. And they really fought their way back.
Oh, and it ended up being like that. They lost it. They lost it at the end. They were up in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes up left. Yeah. They were up 10. Do you remember?
They did the Nets. They did what the Nets did. The Nets were up about that amount with like 8 minutes.
Which was also a phenomenal fucking game.
Yeah. Blazers are just
Well, actually, it was CJ McCollum time.
And Carmelo hit the game.
Oh, Melo hit the game winner.
Yeah,
Melo had a bad game though.
Yeah, he had bad.
Melo had a bad, but he hit that game winner.
But what it came down to, it was the people who have been there before, with the people who were in that versus the people who are in the situation for the first time.
Yeah, I'll say this though, Ja Morant's coming NBA.
What's it called? That
boy coming.
That Grizzlies team at full health with the experience they have now is not going to be anything to be trifled with.
And with this I'm telling you, bro, Ja Morant is a star.
Yes,
they have a
star.
Yeah, that's an
all.
They
have a star. The Grizzlies have a star.
An actual he could be the best point guard in the NBA in a couple years if he keeps going.
He didn't have a complete good game, and he still had 35 points.
And like 12 assists with like 6 or 7 rebounds.
Yeah, I would say for what he could have had a much better game than that.
Oh God, he had a horrible whole first quarter. He didn't turn it on to the second quarter. You know what I mean? You give him a whole good first quarter. I mean, we win the
40-point game,
and then it's a 40-point game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but God, I love it. I mean, Triple J's there. It's a different game. I mean, now the Blazers have to play a different game because now it's like, oh shit, they have another scorer on the court. But you know, I'm very proud of my Grizzlies. I fucking love you guys. They all listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Ja, I'm so proud of you this season. And I am looking forward to next season. But yeah, when we do come back, I do want to go to a fucking playoff game because I've been to a college national championship game. I went to the Florida State Auburn game, so I saw one of the best national championship games of all time. I saw James Winston throw a game-winning touchdown pass in the last second.
That's pretty wild. That's pretty dope.
In a national championship game.
That's
so it's like, I saw that. I want to see, now it's like, I want to go to a World Series. Mm-hmm. And I got to go see a World Series.
Yeah,
and I'd love
Super Bowl, all that.
Love to see a Super Bowl. And then, like you said, playoff games, too.
Yeah.
Just straight up, just a fucking wild card game or a divisional game. Mm-hmm. And just not even my teams.
Yeah.
I'd like to go see it, you know. Fucking Stanley Cup. All of it.
Give it to me.
Olympics, for sure. Olympics is always on the buck. I'd love to go to the Olympics.
Oh, my God.
I'd love to see that.
Especially if you got the tickets to the 100-meter dash or some wild shit like that. Yeah.
The 200. Oh, the 200 and the
100. That one you have to straight up win a lottery before you can buy those tickets. That's usually how they work. Like, you put your name in, and you'll get the tickets for something, but you might just get the tickets to the second heat of the 50-meter butterfly.
I know.
And that's just well, at least you got to see some Olympics.
Yep. And then sometimes you get to shit. You get to see Michael Phelps, win
the
gold medal by a fingernail. And it's like,
dude.
Oh my God,
dude! Shout out to Michael Phelps, huh? Shout out to Jane
Olympics,
Austen
man.
and Michael Phelps.
Oh, fuck.
Austin gang, baby.
Oh, dude. So, you know, so he had so he did all that feeling like a complete idiot. That's where we were.
Yeah.
And then he looks at her and she's like confused now.
Right.
And he's like, okay, I've avoided
Understandably.
this. He's like, I'm avoided this. I'm sorry. I have to tell you. And she's like, oh God, here come the toenails. And he's like, what? Right? And she's like, go ahead. And he's like, I am a Red Sox fan. That is funny how now it's like, everybody's a Red Sox fan. But in the context of 2003, it'd be like saying you're a Cubs. You know, it's like, no, and this year it'd be like,
Oh, yeah. Oof.
You say, you're like, you're a fan of losers.
Yeah.
Because that's what that means. If you don't know sport, like, I get what that, because now it doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah, now it's been great. You guys have won, 3?
Yeah. But 2003 prior, nigga, you literally are like, oh.
Yikes.
That's, dude, since 1918, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's
no, they've won 4 since then.
No, since
2003.
Yeah. Like, let's say your grandparents, like, your great-grandparents didn't see them win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would feel a certain way about, like, saying you're a Red Sox fan.
I know.
I know you know. You love it too. You love, you know.
Yeah.
So he goes, she's like, I know you're a Red Sox fan. I saw your apartment. She's like, you you got the Yankee toilet paper and she's like, and this and that. It's like a gift shop. It's pretty crazy. And she laughs. He goes, no. He's like dead serious.
That should have told her right there.
But also he's like, that's not even.
What? I would go to spring training, bitch.
He's like, bitch, you talking about the stuff I get at the store?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about how I cry every game when we lose. Like, let's get into the real shit.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's way worse. And then he tells her, look, when I was a kid, parents got divorced. Got moved to Boston, didn't know anybody. My uncle took me to a Red Sox game, and I got lost. And I started going to every game with him, and I got lost in the ballpark, and I got lost in the people. And then he's like, and then sadly my uncle got cancer and died. And it was like our thing that we had, And he left me his tickets, which is, he's like, you don't understand, it's such a big deal.
Right.
And now it's the biggest part of my life. And it's been, it is real. Like, that would mean, like,
right.
I wouldn't be going to spring training, but I get like, we go to every game and like, I would never give these, I would never sell these. Like, I get that sentiment,
Right.
And, you know, he's like, it's been a big problem with me and women. Which is what the lady said. She's like,
Right.
there's got to be a
It's
reason
toenails.
women aren't dating.
Right.
And it's like, oh, you go to spring training.
And you go to every game.
Oh, yeah, because that's a lot, nigga. It's base. It ain't football.
That's all your nights.
If it was football, it'd be 8. We're talking about 8 games.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
82 days out of 360. That's a lot of days.
My nigga, that's all of them.
Yeah. Every night.
Because you're a school teacher, too.
Yeah. So that means we're not like, there's no dinner. You can't get dinners. And
Also, this is when you're supposed to have off. You have your summers off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now it's like we don't have your summers off because you go to every fucking game. That means we can't go on vacation in the summer. Does that, like, if you're marrying him, like...
Or like if they have to revolve around their road trips.
And then also now, like, we have to revolve around who we're playing. And, like, are we good this season? And, like, oh, my God.
Yeah, that's so much.
So, but Drew Barrymore is like, stop right there. I already know those women. Those women are pathetic. Oh, look at me. Oh, it's just a game. Why are you so into a game? Focus on me. And she laughs. And he's like, yeah. He's like, right? It's like, I like being 11 years old. And she's like, I understand. And he's like, yeah, and it's good for your soul to invest in something you have no control in. And she's like, wow, you know what you are? He's like, what? She's like, you're a romantic. He's like, oh, I guess so. He's like, well, you know what? You took a big chance inviting me to visit your family. And now I'm going to take a big chance on you. And he gets down on one knee and he pulls out like a little ring box. And she's like, the fuck? Lindsay, will you go to opening day with me? And he opens it up and it's the opening day ticket inside.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes. And he's like,
Jesus, this guy.
He's like, she said
This
yes.
guy.
He's like, he's yelling at everybody in the park. She said yes.
And they're
we're
like,
going to opening day.
Yeah.
Because he keeps yelling how we're going to opening day. We're going to opening day. I was kind of looking at him. He's like picking her up.
Right.
So cut to, she goes home with her family. Remember that weekend?
Yes.
So it's that weekend.
Yeah.
She's chilling. She's watching Sports Center with her dad. They're just she's laying up on him. And they're on Sports Center. They're talking about baseball because it's spring. They're talking about spring baseball. And they start talking about the Sox. While they're talking about the Sox, her and her dad start talking about, like, the dad goes, hey, so when am I going to get to meet this teacher that you've been talking to? Apparently you like this guy from what your mom said, right?
Right.
And, she's like, oh, well, he was supposed to come this weekend, but actually him and his friends have this little tradition that, and while she's saying this, she looks on the TV and she sees him and all his friends. Go Sox! No! Red Sox! Red Sox! And then a guy comes up and goes, sir, how come you're here for spring training? How much do you love your Sox? And he goes, let me tell you something, Jimmy Fallon's like,
This is Jim Fallon?
He goes, let me tell you something. There's Red Sox, then sex, and then breathing, baby. And everybody's like, yeah! And the dad and her, and she's just like, because now she's seeing like, he's like a fan. He's like, for real.
This is like a lot.
She's like, #1. Ah! He's like screaming at the fucking TV.
Right.
And then the dad's like, look at this fucking asshole. Literally, he says, look at this asshole. And she's just like,
that's the school teacher?
like, yeah.
That's so funny.
So this is a bromance. This is a bromance. This is a rom-com, but for dudes.
Yeah.
Is that spring baseball?
Yeah.
Come on.
What would you even call this? You wouldn't call it, because it's not a
bromcom.
A bromcom?
A bromcom.
Okay, I'll give it that. Because it seems like because it's not really about bros either.
No, it's not. It's for women.
Yeah,
I mean, Sam watched it crying this morning.
Yeah.
Because it's for women, but it's like, we got you, boys.
Yeah.
So Ben and his friends, they get together at his house.
Right.
This is after spring training, and they're all planning on who's gonna go to the games with Ben.
Right.
So all of his friends are at the house. Remember the ones he's playing football with? They're all there, and they got the huge chalkboard up. You can tell they do it every year.
Right.
And they're mapping out who gets to come to each game with him.
Okay.
And it's serious, bro. Like it ain't like they're having fun. They're fucking arguing. Right. This is bullshit. He got fucking week 3 game, something like that.
Okay.
Oh, but you got this game. That's all. And he's like, guys, God damn it, we're only in fucking like the month 1.
Yeah.
You know. And then one guy goes, look, man, fuck all that shit. We're talking about the Denver game. Let's start talking Yankee games. Let's get that out the way. You know that's what we're all here for. And he goes, oh, you guys want to talk? Jim Fallon's like, oh, y'all want to talk Yankee tickets? Oh, if you want to talk Yankee tickets, I want to see you dance. And they're all like, hell no, we're not fucking dancing, you fucking asshole. Fuck you, we're not dancing. Oh, you're not dancing? Oh, well, I guess we don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And he starts taking the board down. And then one of them who's a doctor, right, just starts going, hey, Ben. All right. Okay. He's like, I see the doctor tapping his foot. And then you see like he has like some brown friends who are also like doctors, and then niggas were like, hey. Everybody starts getting it.
Damn, that's so much power.
Oh, bro. I would do it, nigga, for the Yankee tickets.
Yeah. Oh, a Red Sox Yankee game at what you tell me these seats are?
Oh, when you see these seats, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
They'd be behind the net now, huh?
Yeah, they would. But, I mean, the seats would still be amazing.
Yeah.
He's right behind the dugout, dude.
Okay.
I mean, behind the dugout.
Home dugout?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Behind the Sox dugout.
Ooh.
Like, I'd say.
That's sexy.
6 rows back.
Ooh.
You feel me?
Sexy. All this.
You're loving all that.
Yeah.
Talk about what to get a San's dick hard.
Yeah.
Give him some good seat numbers on a good baseball game.
Yeah. Ooh. Section 101, row 6.
It's on section 103, row C.
Yeah. C H.
How you feeling? H. Row D.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you getting them section 10s?
Yeah.
With the row down there letters?
Ooh.
Row E?
Just a quick note about if you're looking at getting good seats for a basketball game, we found out you want to be across from the benches so you can see the benches and also possibly get a t-shirt thrown at you.
So in your head, right, when you buy tickets that are really nice down by the floor, you think, for basketball, this is for basketball.
Yes.
You think, oh, I'll get right behind the bench so I can be right behind the bench. That's the best spot to be, right?
Yeah.
No, because you don't get to see the bench.
Yeah.
You don't get to see their faces. You get to see the back of them, which is cool. But you also don't get a T-shirt because they don't throw T-shirts over the players because obviously.
Yeah.
Because,
duh. Yeah.
But that is a lesson we learned.
Yeah. Just so you know, that's how that goes.
Go on the other, get the same seats, just go, like Hassan said,
other side
of the court.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been more, with Spoil the Beans.
Yeah. That's more if the world comes back with Spoil the Beans.
It never will. But if it does, when it does, for your grandkids, they have that information.
Yeah.
So these niggas start dancing, right? And then one guy's like, God damn it, Ben, you power hungry son of a bitch. And he's just like doing all this.
Yeah.
Right? And then and then Ben's like, oh, that's Devil Ray dancing. I want to see some Yankee dancing. Let's see some ass shaking. Right? And then right then Lindsay comes in and everybody's like, right? And she's just like, what the hell is going on? He's like, oh, Lindsay, it's draft day.
Yeah.
This is the day we organize the whole season. It's a big day. Whoop, whoop. He's like, don't worry. I saved a bunch of games for you. And she's like, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, come on in. So they go into the room. He kisses her and he's like, look what I got you. And he brings her out an authentic like Red Sox jacket, like the one the players wear.
Okay.
And she's like, oh my God. And he's like, oh man, this is getting me hot. And he puts it around her and she's looking at his room and looking at this. And she's just like, oh, I saw you on ESPN. And he's like, yeah, it was crazy. We look like morons, And then she's like, yeah. Right. And then she's like, Ben, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't realize how big this Red Sox thing was. And he goes, what? And she's like, I mean, this really means a lot to you. This is like everything. And he loses. He's like, I told you. I said I love the Red Sox. I said this was my thing. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. This happens with every single woman. And she's like, whoa. Don't jump off a building yet. My God. She's like, hey, we're just talking, right?
Right.
We're just talking.
Right.
And he's like, I'm sorry. She's like, wow, it's okay. She's like, I hit a nerve there. He's like, yeah. She's like, okay, come here. Let's hug. And they hug. She's like, hey, if I want this promotion that I'm trying to get, I got to dive myself into work like more than I've ever done, And then he goes, oh, my God, are we breaking up? And she's like, no. It's just I'm going to be consumed more than I ever will. And I'm noticing you're going to be consumed more than you ever will with this. So what I'm saying is I think this is perfect. And he's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Go Sox.
Okay.
Opening day.
Okay.
How'd you feel about that conversation?
Feels like she's what's the word I'm looking for?
What's the word you're looking for, Bob?
I can't find it right now.
Tell me the feeling then. Maybe I'll help you with the word.
It feels like she's sort of trying to justify things to herself.
Ooh.
It's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like she's
like trying to make it work. Like, okay, I'll be busy. He'll be busy.
She's telling herself that she's okay with it when she's not.
Like, I can make this work.
Yes. I will say that she seems like she's trying, but I don't know if she truly believes what she says.
But this is like, I'll try.
Yeah, I'll try. I think because they do. I mean, they clearly like each other a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe this will work, but the reality is
what?
You can both be consumed. You both can, and this is coming from obviously my where I stand with relationships.
You're so smart guy.
But you're both consumed by your thing, right? And that's not the bad thing. The problem is he's consumed by his thing at night, and she's consumed by her thing at day. You still need to spend time with each other.
Also, to add to your point,
Yeah.
her thing is scheduled 9 to 5 or whatever, Monday through Friday or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your thing is like games. It's like it's not like Monday, Tuesday, Friday are games. It's like no, some games are Monday, some games are Tuesday. Like some games are all every day.
And sometimes and you're baseball, so you might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
The whole 7
at
days.
different times.
Yeah.
For some reason, all the games are at 1, and then for some reason, the next games, all the games are 7:30.
Yeah, and it's like that's the issue is that you both. I think you both can be consumed by the same thing, but at the end of the day, it's timing. There has to be some kind of timing.
You have to figure that out.
Yeah, but Tiger Belly, they talk about Bobby and Kalila talk about. She moved in with him relatively quick, I think, because of the timing. Or because of how far they lived, they wouldn't see each other with how busy they both were.
Yeah.
Mike Birbiglia talks about that with his wife, that they had to move in together because he's on the road constantly.
Yeah.
So if they weren't living together,
she wouldn't see him.
They would never see each other, and that's the issue that I see that it feels like is going to run up here.
Because they're not living together.
They're not living together. Because I thought that's what she would have said. She was like, let's move in together. And it's like, okay, well then maybe the timing issue will then sort of dissipate because you're around each other when you live with someone and then you do your own thing. You still live with them, so you see each other all the time. In that way.
I'm with you.
So yeah,
we'll see. That is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So we see all the amazing things that would be on an opening day game, just like the tailgating and all the fun stuff. You know what I mean? Sold out. And he takes her to the seats, which are amazing. She's like, he's so excited, and she's just kind of confused. She's just like, oh, this is crazy.
Right.
He's like, look, this is the bench. That's the dugout right here. Look, this is where we're sitting.
Yeah.
And he tells her, he's like, a guy offered me over $100,000 for these seats. And she's like, oh my God. And she's like, you didn't sell? He's like, no. Like, this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah.
And then right then she meets our narrator, the Al Waterman guy.
Okay.
And she's like, hey, what?
I do get that. I do get that not selling them. That's where I would be. I would be like, if I had those seats, I'd be like, no, I'm not going to sell these. These are my seats. Fuck that. I mean, I'll sell the individual tickets to the game.
Or sometimes, or give them to my friends, depending on how I feel. I feel you on that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm not selling the season tickets.
Oh, yeah. Well, the beauty of the season tickets is sometimes you give them to your friends, and sometimes you just sell them.
And make that money.
The last Giants game I went to in person, I sat next to the guy. I got there, and I sat next to the guy, and he was like, yep, you got my season ticket. And then he told me like the politics of the season tickets. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, dude, we had season tickets for the Grizzlies my whole childhood. Yeah, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there are politics.
There are politics in season tickets. Yeah,
but man, that was fucking great, dude. I did love having season tickets.
Yeah.
So, they talk about how I met this guy at my first game ever, and he's like, "Hi, have a sponge," and he gives her a sponge. She's like, "Thanks," and he sees all his other friends, right, and he's known all these people for years. He's like, this is my summer family. Like, and one couple, to prove how big of a deal these seats are, one couple, he's like, that's Sherry and Todd. He's like, they've been divorced 4 years, but they still have to share the seats. Because neither one in the divorce, they were like, neither one were budging on the seats.
Yeah. We'll go together. That in the middle. Yeah. Damn. Wild.
But the seats are I get where you see the seats. It's like, yeah, nigga,
that's how it is. That's how it is. And then if both of them love the Red Sox, then, whew.
Yep. Throwing out the first pitch, their opening day for the Red Sox. A diehard Red Sox fan, the great author Stephen King. We see the actual Stephen King throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah, big guy.
Huh?
He's a big guy.
Stephen King?
Yeah.
He looks like a weirdo, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, hey, probably, huh?
He looks like he spends a lot of time in the dark. In a
hunched over writing.
A room with not well lit. He spends a lot of time in not well lit rooms. I'll say that. You know those bars we went to a shop all the time?
Yes.
Like vampire bars?
Yes.
He looks like it's like that shit.
Okay.
At least that's what I think Stephen King looks like.
That's fair.
Because there's just something about it, nigga. Like, bro, you look creepy. But he's a diehard Red Sox fan. Because it's actually the real Stephen King throwing out an opening pitch in a real game. So he, she says right then, like she's on the phone and you see he's like getting sad that she's on the phone, like still handling business stuff.
Right.
And then, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I just, I got to do this with work and this and all that. And then she sees his face and that's why she starts explaining to him. And then she goes, look, I left work early today. You guys figure it out. And then she hangs up and he's like, he smiles real big. And then they enjoy the game. They're like playing the Rangers and Drew Barrymore looks around and you can tell she's like loving it, right?
Right.
This is my problem with that scene. I didn't like him in that scene. Now I've seen the movie 100 times. This is me being nitpicky.
Right.
I don't like him in that scene because it's like, bro, that's not fair. It's not fair for you to make her feel bad.
Yeah, for her thing, when you have a thing.
You have a thing. And she said, I'm trying to get a promotion. She's not on the phone gossiping.
And earlier, she's not on the phone with just a friend. That would have been rude. But
that'd be very rude.
But you now are expecting her to deviate from her course when you weren't willing to not go to spring training.
Okay, you with me now. You see, this is like, because right there, I know you'd look at that and be like, oh, she did something for him. It's like, no, I thought she did something for him, but he was kind of a dick in that scene in my head.
Yeah, well, she did something for him. And what makes him a dick is I don't know if he's willing to do that same level.
Would he do that for her?
Yeah, I don't think so.
And we'll keep going. But I'm glad I saw that when I watched it. I was like, you know what? That was a really subtle, not cool thing.
Yeah, it was very not cool.
But the scene as it's meant to look at that, it's like, I mean, that's me looking for it.
Right.
But it's like, man, if you look at that, though, that's not cool. Mm-hmm. So they start talking that they're leaving the game. They start talking about how, like, what's great about baseball. And he says, my favorite thing is you can't fake it. Anything else, people can fool you for anything. Anything else. Any other profession, people can fool you. Mm-hmm. You know, at least for a while, people can fool you. He's like, baseball, you either can hit a curve or you can't. Can't fake that. I do love that about sports. I do love that about sports. Yeah, because he said it best. He said, "You can have a lucky day. No one has a lucky career."
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
You don't have no lucky career, bro.
Yeah,
you earn that shit.
Yeah.
So, cut to another day. They're going to another game. He's explaining how great it is. Cut to another game, and you see him. He's watching the game, and then Lindsay comes back down, and she went to the book, and she got a bunch of Red Sox books. And he's like, "Oh, you went to the gift shop, huh?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm sick of being the dumbest person every time I'm at this game." She's like, "I got this book, Curse of the Bambino," and she's like, she starts laughing. Curse of the Bambino, what the hell is that? And everyone around her is like,
yeah. Don't bring that voodoo shit to this.
Bro, I'm sure at this time, too, you're like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because also you don't know anything about it, so you're saying it like willy-nilly.
Yeah. In Fenway, oof.
That close, season ticket holder area, like people who have been around and seen it.
Who are well aware of the curse. Yeah.
And then he looks and he goes, "Put that down. It's not funny." Because she's like holding it in the air. And he's like, "That's not funny. That's not funny. Stop." Like letting her like, "Stop. Stop."
Yeah. You're gonna fucking die.
People might fight you at this bitch.
Yeah.
You know. And then right then the other friends start explaining what it is, and they're like, "Oh." She's like, yeah. And she's like, what is it? And she's like, Curse of Bambino. Red Sox haven't been to a World Series since like 1919. That's the last time we won one with Babe Ruth. You know, and then another friend goes, yeah, and like they all tell the story. And they're like, yeah, that's when that miserable pig of a motherfucking boss owner at the time decided to he wanted to finance a musical and sell, which is true,
crazy,
sell Babe Ruth so he could finance his musical. This Babe Ruth had already won 3 World Series with the Red Sox.
Jesus,
I went and looked all this up myself.
Jesus,
I was curious.
Jesus.
He won 3, like not in a row, too. Like
just he had a career.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the Red Sox are gonna be good forever as long as he's here.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He won 7 in his career.
Oof.
So they had to watch that nigga leave, win 4 more with the Yankees.
Yeah. And that is like the U.S. being like, well, we'll sell Michael Phelps away so we can, like, it's like.
So we can get Hamilton.
Yeah, this is not even like a normal this is not even your Derrick Roses, a guy who wins MVP one year. He's a great player, but.
We don't know.
Deals with some stuff. This is the greatest player in the sport at the time, and undisputed.
It would be like
selling Michael Jordan
after the third one.
Yeah,
he wins the third. He wins the third one, and instead of him retiring, they go, "Have you guys seen that musical Cats?"
Not even Cats, because we don't even know the musical.
No, we don't know. That's the point. Somebody brings up that you don't know the musical.
Yeah.
It'd be some weird like the pineapple goes through the city or some shit.
Pineapple goes through the city.
And
amazing music.
And it goes, and they sold Michael Jordan after the 3rd chip.
Yeah.
Because that also means you don't think it's like, you're like, we win. I'm not that. As an owner to do that, you have to think, this is what I do.
Right.
I win World Series. Get rid of him. Like what can I do to get this musical I want? I just got to get rid of this guy?
Yeah.
Get rid of him. I'm going to keep winning. I win.
Oops.
That's why I get like, it's a curse because it's like.
Yeah.
It's like, you did some, like, remember the shit in holes? How, like, but you must remember to take Madame Zabroni back up the mountain, too.
Yeah.
Or your family will be cursed for all of It's like, he went and got all the pig fat. He went and got all the money, built this empire, but you fucking didn't take Madame Zabroni back up there, and, like, now you guys don't win.
Yep.
It's like, bro, they're cursed, dude. So, then right then they're like, since then since 1919 the Red Sox haven't won a World Series.
They never, yeah, they haven't. They came so close.
Have not.
They have not, yeah.
And then he goes, Yankees have won 27. Guys, I said 27. 27.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you go back to Wikipedia, just like Wikipedia and anyone who played from the Yankees in the 50s and 60s, and like look up Yogi Berra on Wikipedia, and it's like 14 World Series wins, 3-time All. It's like, Jesus,
goddamn right,
Christ,
man. Niggas ain't playing, fool.
Yeah,
I mean, Babe, 7, and 3 of them were with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
Jesus.
Oh, they deserve all that.
Yeah.
They deserved all that.
They deserved all that.
So, they're like, Yankees won 27, and then right then they all start listing all the times they got close. Oh, we had the Bunky Dent year, and then the year, what's his name? Got
86.
Yeah.
The through the legs.
No, that's a different name. I said Bucky Dent.
Oh, Bucky Dent. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Me neither. I don't know that year either. But there's like some Bucky Dent year, and then the year some guy, I forgot his name. Also a guy that they were supposed to win that year. The guy lost an eye during the year. Like and then his whole career was done. And then that's when
Bill Buckner.
Then Fallon goes, Buckner, and everybody goes, oh! That's why I was like, no, Buckner comes up.
Buckner comes up.
And then they go, and then Pedro in the 8th inning, and they go, oh.
That was last year.
Mm-hmm. And then they go, and then somebody else goes, and that, my lady, is the curse of the goddamn Bambino. She's just like,
wow.
Oh, this is because everybody's dead serious. Like, nobody's saying this jokingly.
Yeah.
Right? So cut to the next day, like she wants him to go meet her parents that night, and she's going through his closet, and all he has are Red Sox jerseys. That's it, just Red Sox jerseys.
Jesus.
And she's like, oh my God, you're a man boy. You're a man boy. And he's like, calm down. She's like, I want my parents to like you. Is that such a crime? And he's like, hey, we have enough stuff here. Calm down. We can fool them. And they cut to, they're at the dinner, and he looks nice, and they're eating like lobster, so there's butter all over his hands, right?
Yeah.
They're talking, they're having a good time. The parents are talking about how they love golf and how like they tried to get on this really great course while they were in town, but they couldn't get on, and it was possible to get on. And while the dad's talking about this, someone behind comes up on the table and goes, oh my God, you see the Red Sox ending? It was so good, man. Right when he's about to talking, Jimmy Fallon goes, ah, la, 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 ah! Ah, la, 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 ah! And then Drew Barrymore goes, oh, and then she puts like her like hands over his ears. And he's like, la 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 la. And the parents are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then she goes, all right, you can stop. And he goes, that was a close one, guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then Drew Barrymore's like, the Red Sox are playing. He taped the game so you can watch it later. And his lobster hands. She just puts her head down.
Right.
And the parents are like, ugh. Right?
Yeah.
So the next morning, she's at work, and she's like, her assistant goes, how's your boyfriend meeting the parents? Was it good? And she's like, don't want to talk about it. Right then, her mom calls. And, she's like, hey, Mom, whoop-de-whoop, what are you up to? Why aren't you on your flight?
Whoop-de-whoop.
And she goes, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
What are you up to? And the mom's like, something. And then she's like, wait, why aren't you on your flight? And then it's a pause. And she goes, my Ben? And you see the mom, and Ben is at the golf course with the parents, like caddying for them.
Wow.
And she's like, yeah. And the mom's like, yeah, he took us to a really nice breakfast. And then that course that we wanted to get into, apparently he knew a student who dad like works, like runs it or something like that. Got us a nice tea time.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, way to make up for it.
Oh.
Yeah, way to make up for the dinner. Hardcore.
This dude's the shit. That's why you gotta love Ben. It's like, oh, this guy, sweet. He's a sweetie.
Yeah.
He's a constant sweetie. So, and so you see Drew Barrymore, she's just like, just loves him. She's like, oh my God, this is the guy. Like you see it on her face, like,
right.
This guy is just awesome, right? June.
Okay.
All right. And you see it in Red Sox letters. They tease, they wink, they beckon.
Okay.
That's what this chapter is.
Okay.
I couldn't seem to notice that he's come along. Hands touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Ba-ba, sweet Caroline. Ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. So good. So good. So good. Obviously, they had to have that scene in the movie.
Yeah, that's
you knew that scene was coming, right?
Oh yeah. As also as a part of one of the things, it's definitely Yankees Red Sox game at Fenway.
Oh, and singing that song.
Singing that song. That song is what it's all about.
Oh God, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the best sports traditions out there.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
And of course, during the song, you see like them having a great time at the park. You see all the dope park traditions. You know what I mean? We see Big Papi blast with like a real homer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just like good stuff, right? Cut to them busting back into his place, and they're like ripping each other's clothes off, and they dive
having
into
a good time. Having
a good time. So the next day, we see her boss come in, Lindsay, with this super hot young guy. He's like, I got to introduce you to Lindsay. She's about to get a promotion. She's our top girl. And when they walk in the office, she's knocked out.
Right.
And the boss is like he's pissed, right?
Right.
Cut to, you see her at a boxing class with her girlfriends, and they're talking. And she has like a Red Sox shirt on. And one of the girl who's like keeps it 100, she's like, he's colonizing you, girl. You're becoming him. This is what happens. Like girls start dating somebody, and then they become, that is true. Like you just become him. And she's like, and it's affecting your work, and you know it is. And then Drew's like, not that bad, because it's like fuck, like it is.
Right.
Right. So then another friend looks at the friend who's really been kind of harsh on everything.
Right.
And goes, you're rooting for her to fail.
That is also happening. She's not wrong, but that is also happening.
They all stop.
Right.
And the friend goes, why would I root for her to fail? I'm not doing that. And then it's quiet. And then the friend's like, no, you said that. Why would you say that? And the other friend's like, all right, look. Everybody knows Lindsay and you were both competitive. You guys have always been the competitive ones. And when everything was starting out when we were younger, you had the more successful career. But lately, Lindsay's career skyrocketed, and now she's way more successful than you. But that doesn't matter because you have the personal success. You have the big, loving family. You have all the kids. But now, if Lindsay gets a big, loving family and all the kids, she's way more successful than you, and she's the real winner. And now you're rooting against her. And then all the friends kind of look at her, and that friend goes, bam, knocks that girl out.
Yeah, well, you know.
And they all look at her, and they're like, we are not doing boxing anymore. And she's like, I'm sorry. Like they all like it. But it's like, oh man, girls have some dark shit.
That reminds me of the Family Guy joke where it's just two girls or just like two like girls that are friends are like being really super passive aggressive to each other, and then the two guy friends are like, hey, nice shirt, thanks man. Guys, we know how to be friends.
You see that? Oh yeah, women is like shit like that, Jesus. Nigga. It's like, what is going on? Whoa. This is some deep shit.
Yeah.
Next chapter. July. Losing ground.
Okay.
We see the Red Sox are losing now.
I will say this.
What?
I wish the chapter names were a bit more baseball-y.
No, they're not baseball-y.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with baseball. Yeah. It's really about what's going on.
Yeah, I know. I realize that, but yeah, you know. Losing the lead. Easily done.
So Lindsay she's at a game, right? The Red Sox are losing.
Yeah.
And like the people in the area, they're pissed because they're losing.
Right.
And she's on her laptop doing work, right? And it's making everyone more mad.
Right.
Like, oh, look at this fucking girl on her laptop. And he leans over and he's like, how long do I have to put up with this? Like, are you going to have your laptop out the whole time? And she's like, Ben, this is my third game this week. Like, I have to come to all these games with you, and then we go home, and then we go at it all night, and then I'm exhausted for work all in the morning, and it's all just time lost. And he's like, wow, time lost? She's like, oh, not like that. You know what I mean? That's why he's like, oh, bro, you're being a little bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog.
Yeah. You're expecting her to sacrifice a lot here.
This job.
This is a bit Vince Vaughn-y in the breakup.
Like, where it's like, hey, this is kind of on you, man.
Yeah, this is definitely on you.
So...
that's a relationship.
She's like, I just got chewed out at work, like for falling asleep.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I gotta get on my shit, you know.
Right.
And he's like, okay.
Right.
And then right then a guy walks by. He's like, hot dogs. He's like, yeah, let me get two. And he kind of stands up and look, 2 hot dogs. Right then, foul ball, clunk, bam, knocks Lindsay out. Everybody, right? But when it bounces off her head, another guy catches it, and then the rest of the crowd does it. They're all like, yeah. And then Jimmy Fallon turns around and he's like, yeah. Like he doesn't see her knock. She's
damn
like that, right?
Yeah.
Cut to, she's getting a CAT scan, nigga. Goo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They get home, they're laying in bed, they cut on SportsCenter, and she's on that bitch, and they're like, and Miguel Tejada almost killed a poor lady in the stands this afternoon.
Yeah, damn.
Bam, foul shot hits her, and you see Jimmy Fallon like celebrating with the guy. And
that's a bad look. That's a bad look, huh?
And she's laying in bed, and her bruise is like, it looks like a fucking thing coming out of her head, fool.
Right.
You know? She looks at him, she's like, I don't think I should go to games anymore. He's like, what? No, why? Why? First off, bro.
Yeah. What do you mean?
There's 2 heads on her head.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, Ben, I've been going to all the games lately, and I feel like I'm turning into one of those girls I don't want to be, where you get a boyfriend and then your own personal life vanishes and you just become their life. She's like, I don't want to do that. I have to focus on my work right now. That's what's important, right? She's like, besides, you'll go to the games with your friends and you'll have way more fun. And then she goes, and when the game's over, you can race home to me like you're scoring the winning run, and I'll be waiting for you. And she winks at him.
Ooh,
and he's
good
like,
move.
oh, she's sweet as, she's cool as fuck. Like, because that is her saying, like, I don't want to go any more games, but like, I like you.
Yeah.
I just
clearly. This is nothing to do with you. This is all to do with the game.
And a lot to do with Miguel Tejada.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah.
Almost taking my fucking head off.
Fucking Miguel, huh?
Right? So they kiss and then they make love. And she's like, I'm concussed, Ben. And he's like, that's how I like it.
Oh, okay.
You better hope you never rape somebody, bro, because that scene's going to come back. So right then, the next day, you see the hot guy coming to see Lindsay at work again. And he's talking about how brilliant she is and like how great her work is. And he's a fan. And he's just kind of flirting with her. And she's like,
right.
Thanks, right? Early September, the surge for first.
Okay. There we go.
You like that?
That's baseball.
Because you get that.
I get that.
You're like, oh, I know what this means.
Yes.
So we see Ben, he's teaching his class, and he's playing a game with him. He's clearly a great teacher, right?
Right.
Lindsay comes to visit, and she's like, hey, I have something to tell you. And she pulls him out, and he's like, what? And she's like, long story short, big news, they're sending me to Paris to close this big deal. If I get it, I'll get the promotion probably. And I'm taking you with me. I get to take somebody. We'll be in Paris for like 4 days. It'll be a great time. It'll be awesome. Just Paris, just me and you. And he's like, oh my God, hell yeah. She's like, all you got to do is call in sick tomorrow. Say you're sick, we'll be out of here. And then we'll be back Monday morning. You will be right back for class. You won't even have to miss anything. And he's like, whoa. And he's like, but wait, tomorrow, like this weekend tomorrow? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, and he looks at his schedule all serious. And he's like, this isn't the best weekend for me. I'm swamped. And she's like, dang, I'm sorry. Do you have a lot of work this weekend, a lot of papers to grade or something? And he goes, no, it's just we're 2 games out of first, and we got the Mariners this weekend. Like, they really need me.
Oh, to miss Paris for the fucking Mariners?
I knew the Mariners was going to make you mad. Because if you just said the Yankees, or at least, because I still say no to the Yankees.
No, I still say no to the Yankees.
But you're like, all right.
But the Mariners
he's never missed a game in forever.
Yeah, the Mariners makes it unforgivable.
You're also 2 games out of first. Dude, it's okay.
Hey, how often did you get to go to Paris for free?
You also go in the playoffs regardless. You're in second.
For free. I mean, not necessarily.
A good point.
It's baseball.
It's baseball.
For
I just
free.
thought what I just said.
Yeah. You get to go to Paris for free. For free. God, for the fucking Mariners. It's 2004. They're past their prime. They're not even good Mariners. Sure, you get to see Ichiro, but you're seeing a fucking 3rd, 4th place team.
You guys are definitely going to win this game, probably.
Yeah. Jesus.
And if you don't, it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah. They need me.
And, wow, that's so funny. She goes, they need you?
Yeah.
And she
I was
walks
going to say,
off.
that's like one of my life goals is to go to Paris with a woman I love. That's the most romantic city of all time.
That's a life goal of yours. Imagine if she's the one offering and paying.
Yeah, right?
How much does that oh, baby.
I'm coming now at the thought of that. That's awesome.
What? I'll call in to work sick now while I'm here.
Yeah.
I'll call in the rest of the day.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
So she walks off, and he's like, look, I'm sorry. And then he's like, let's try it again. Ask me again. Ask me again. Let's try again. And she's like, no, Ben, when your girl says, hey, let's drop everything and let's go to Paris for a weekend, you say yes.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no other answer.
Duh.
And he goes, okay, fine, I'll go. And she goes,
fine, I'll go?
Literally her words. Fine, I'll go.
Yeah.
And she goes, enjoy your ball game. And she goes to leave, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, come on, please, let's talk about this. And she goes, I'm late. And he's like, well, fine, just go. You're late to something. And she goes, no, Ben, I'm late. And he's like, oh, shit. He's like, how late? She's like, a week and a half. And he's like, that's not that late. And she's like, well, it is for me, Ben. It is for me.
Damn.
And she's like, my thought was, well, I'm not going to tell you now. I'll tell you in Paris, because that's what it'll be nice. But I told you that, and you didn't see us in Paris this weekend. Me maybe telling you something like this, under the Eiffel Tower, wrapped in each other's arms. No, you saw the Mariners are coming, and Pedro's pitching. And he goes, Pedro is the pitching. He pitched yesterday. Yo, that's funny as hell. To calmly be like that's what she's talking about.
Yeah. That reminds me of the story. This is a great story that Mo Mandel told us.
Oh, I love this story.
Yeah. So it's nothing to do with baseball, but it's something to do with that sort of reaction to a question. So this comic is hosting a show. He sees a crime happen, right? So he witnesses the crime.
Featuring.
No, he's hosting.
Oh, you're right.
He's hosting the show. He sees a crime happen. he has to go to court as a witness to this crime. And the lawyer goes, hey, so the lawyer asks him, so you were hosting the show at so-and-so comedy club? And the comic goes, I was hosting. Usually I feature. As if that matters.
But to a comic, it's everything.
Yeah, to a comic, it's everything. So that's what he feels like. He's like, no, you can't say Pedro's going to pitch. He's pitched already.
And that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Even though we're having this argument while you're telling me you might be pregnant after you asked me to go to France with you.
Clearly, you're just making a point.
Yeah.
By saying Pedro Martinez.
Yeah.
So you're hammering the point by saying his name.
Jesus Christ. How do you win this one? How do you get out of this one? Jesus.
So
it's like this is a right that pitch went right down the middle.
She threw it right down the middle.
She threw it right down the middle. There were no codes. She wasn't being passive aggressive about shit.
No, she was being super sweet.
Yeah, she was being super upfront. It wasn't one of those situations where you should have known what I was thinking. It was none of that.
She said, "Hey, let's go to Paris."
Yeah.
And you said the Mariners are coming. That's literally your words.
Yeah.
And then she's mad because you said the Mariners are coming.
Yeah.
The Mariners, dude.
Never even been to a World Series.
Who gives a fuck about the Mariners?
Yeah.
Is King Griffey there? Is that even if he was still there?
He's not there anymore.
So who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So, he goes, I'm sorry, look, let's go. I'll pack my bags. We'll leave right now. I'll pack my bags. She's like, no, just do your thing and we'll talk when you get back. He's like, you sure? Are you sure? Are we okay? Is this okay? She's like, yeah, it's fine. Come on. She's like, give me a kiss. And they kiss. And she's like, wish me luck. And he's like, of course I wish you luck. And she leaves, right?
Mm-hmm. This dumb fuck.
So late, like a couple days later, he gets a call late at night, and it's Lindsay. And she goes, hey, I got my period. And he's like, oh, she's all sad. He's like, hey, you want to talk about it? And she's like, no. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back. He's like, oh, okay. And she hangs up, and he gets up, and he had bought a little Red Sox baby onesie, and he folds it up and puts it, like, under a bunch of stuff.
Right.
You know? But, like, you see, like, oh, it hurt him, too.
Right.
So he picks her up from the airport the next day, and he takes her home, and she doesn't invite him up. She's like, hey, I'll just take my stuff up, and I'll see you later. And he's like, because obviously, you'd be like, damn, you haven't seen me. Like, you're not even invited. Like,
yeah.
I just picked you up from the airport. That's all I did.
Well, you're an idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
You're an idiot.
He goes, did you really want that baby? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, eventually, yeah. He goes, well, you will eventually, of course. You're going to get one. She's like, it's not that. This got me thinking, Ben. I'm with a guy for the last 11 months, and I think I'm having a kid with him. It makes you think a lot about what's going on. And I don't like what's going on because I want to do things with you, and I want to be with you. But every time we do anything, I have to check and make sure the Yankees aren't playing. And that's fine. I understand that it's a big deal for you. But how far is this going to go? Are we going to be married for 15 years and we can't go to our daughter's graduation because the Yankees are coming, or because this is happening, or because, this person's playing, or because this thing happened? It's all like Red Sox stuff.
Right.
And he's just like, and she's like, well, how far is this going to go? Which I get her is like how far does this go? She's like, she's
right.
She's like, do I have to tell my grandma not to die because the Yankees are coming this weekend, Grandma? He's not gonna be able to make it to the hospital. And he's just like, and he's like, well, last winter, that's what you liked about me. You liked that I could be so committed to something. And she's like, yeah, Ben, because I like that you felt that about the Red Sox, and I was hoping you would eventually redirect that energy to me. And she was like, do you know that? She's like, all that you feel for that team, everything you feel for that team, I feel it too. I just feel it for you. And I would hope you feel it for me. And then she leaves.
Oof.
And he's just like,
damn.
So the next scene, he's at JV baseball practice coaching, right? Mm-hmm. And you see him yelling, going off about how this girl's wrong and talking to me about how I'm an addict. That's bullshit. She works 90 hours a week. She's a goddamn addict. You know what I mean? Am I wrong? And then you see he's talking to a kid.
Right.
And the kid's like, I think in this situation, Mr. Whiteman, no one's really wrong. And then he's like, oh, you're right. I mean, look, I know she's great, all right? The sex is unbelievable. She's unbelievable. Yeah. All the things are great. And he's like, but, there's a reason why she's 30 and she's not married. All right? She trips about shit. She's always kind of like just making everything a bigger deal, and she's always working and blah, 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 right? And she expects me to miss a Yankees game? I haven't missed a game in 23 years. You expect me to miss a motherfucking Yankees game? Are you crazy? Right? And the kid goes, look, Mr. Whiteman, let me leave you with this. You love the Sox. But have they ever loved you back? And he's like, who, you, Dr. Phil? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. He's not wrong.
Oh, kid's definitely not wrong.
Yeah.
Next chapter. It's only a game.
Yes, I'll accept that. That's allowable.
So we see the Yankees beating that ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Mm-hmm. We see our couple, though, not at the game.
Okay.
Our boy's not at the Yankee game.
Okay.
He's at a birthday party, like, and everybody's dressed in Great Gatsby gear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like one of those kind of parties, right?
Okay.
And dudes are talking to him, or like, the other guys at the party are like, man, I can't believe you missed the fucking Red Sox Yankees game. Like, to be at this party, are you crazy? And he looks over at Drew Barrymore, who looks gorgeous in like her Gatsby outfit.
Yeah.
And like in like the flappers kind of like, you look, you know?
Right.
That,
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the 1920s high class.
Yeah. And he's like so in love with her, and he's like, well, the Red Sox don't look that good in a dress, do they? Right. And she's just like smiling at him.
I had to see about a girl.
She's smiling at him. And they're at the party dancing, having a great time. Jimmy's killing it on the dance floor, by the way, because he can dance. Like, he's dancing his ass off.
Right.
They leave. As they're leaving, they get to the valet stand, and the valet has the game on the radio. Yankees are up 6-0, and boom, another home run by Matsui. Hishiro Matsui. Oh, my God, his second of the night. Make it 7-0 Yankees.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And she looks at him, and she's like, sorry. And he's like, it's just a game, right? It's only a game. He keeps smiling, right?
Ooh, dying inside.
So we see them. They get home, and they just like roll off each other, and they're sweating like they just finished having sex. And they look at each other's deep eyes, and they're looking deep, and they're like, that was the best sex I've ever had in my life. Oh, my God. That was unreal. She's like, that's the best sex I've ever had in my life. And he looked at her, and he's like, Lindsay, this was the greatest night of my life. I love, he's like, and he's about to kiss her. And then right then the phone rings, right? And she answers it, and she's like, I can't really hear anything. She goes, oh, it's Troy. It's for you. She's like, I'm going to go cook us some food. She kisses him. She walks out the room. He gets the phone. He kind of looks at her. He's like, yo, what up? Hello? I can't hear you, man. You're screaming. What'd you say? We won! Oh, my God. It's his friend running out of the stadium. Right. We fucking scored 8 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Oh, my God. You know this game actually happened, right?
Right. That's fucking nuts. I didn't know. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, in the regular season, this happened. I remember this game.
That's wild. Also, it's like I know how he's gonna take this. I'm like, I should have been at this game, but it's like, dude, you had the best sex of your life, and the Red Sox came back from 8 runs.
And you get to watch those highlights and come again.
Yeah.
Because when you just come on the TV and watch the highlights.
Yeah, this is the best night of all time. What are you talking about? But I know exactly how he's gonna react.
This is this dude's put his whole life in this.
Yeah.
This is the greatest night in history of Fenway Park. The stands were literally shaking. You missed it. He kisses a random girl. Like, the guy's like, everybody's freaking. Like, the city is just, like, on fire pretty much.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, oh, my God, this is the greatest game ever. And he hangs up. And now you see Jimmy Fallon. He's just sweating, like, and he cuts on the TV, and the TV is just pure chaos. Oh, my God, the Yankees lost. They beat the Yankees. They came back 8 runs in the bottom of the ninth. No one's ever seen this in the history of baseball. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And he's just like, like, right? Like, and he walks out, and she's, like, cooking, and, like, she's just got, like, just his shirt on.
Right.
You know, and she's, like, singing to herself, looking so cute. And then he walks out, and he's like, and she's like, what's up? And he's like, they won. They came back and won. And she goes, the Red Sox came back and won? They were down like 7. Oh, my God, honey, this really is your night. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, my immediate thing would be like, oh, we're having sex again right now. Because this is awesome.
It's the greatest night
ever.
Yeah. We're on our way for first. We're heading for first.
Yeah.
We need to beat the Yankees, who are in first.
Yeah, we come back from a fuck ton.
I'm feeling very good about this.
Yeah. Let's have sex with the cutest girl ever again.
Again.
Yeah.
So, he goes, yeah. She goes, this really is your night. And he goes, you don't understand, Lindsay. They came back 8 runs in the bottom of the ninth. This is the greatest baseball game ever played in Fenway Stadium, and I wasn't there. This is a nightmare. This is worse than a nightmare. This is an actual punishment from God. I did something. And then she goes, Ben, 2 minutes ago, you said that this was the best night of your life. That was 2 minutes ago. He goes, well, 2 minutes ago, it was the best night of my life. And then she's like, hey, I didn't say don't go. He goes, oh, you didn't say don't go. Yeah, you didn't say don't go. You just, I don't know, pressured me into doing something that I haven't missed in 23 years. And then I don't go to a Yankees game out of nowhere. I don't miss a game for 23 years, and I wouldn't go to a goddamn Yankees game. Bam, he punches the shit out the wall.
Damn.
So now it's like, oh, the scene is now turned up.
Yeah, it's turned up.
And she goes, Ben, it's just a game. Clearly it's not. It's not. 23 years. Do you care about something? Have you ever cared about something for 23 years? Have you ever cared about something for 10 years? 5 fucking years? No, I cared about something for 23 years of my life. What have you cared about? Anything? Anything? And she's bawling, crying.
Damn.
And then she goes, Yeah, no, Ben. I'm sorry. I haven't cared about something that for 23 years because 23 years ago I was 7, and if I still wanted to marry Scott Baio, I'd have some fucking problems. Which is probably telling him like, hey, yeah, bro, you were 7.
Yeah, relax. But also, I mean, Jesus.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault.
It's not her fault.
To yell at her like that and punch her wall and shit.
That's a lot.
Because the punch of the wall, you'd not be like, oh, get out of my house.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
Also, you had an amazing night.
If I'm Barrymore, I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of my place.
Right.
Get out. You're a dick.
Yeah.
Punching walls?
The worst night of your life?
Also, you're being violent about it? I didn't like that.
Well, it's like you spent the whole night with me, and it's the worst night of your life? That's how I'd look at it.
Oh, yeah, because it's a pure insult.
Yeah.
She says that. She says, you broke my heart, Ben. And then he leaves.
Right.
All right. Late September.
Okay. Again, yes, accept.
You're like, as you know, that's baseball talk.
I accept.
So the announcers are talking about how the Red Sox are definitely not like how their season might be over. They're looking terrible. Today they're trailing the Rangers. The fans are talking to the curse. You're like, oh my God, this goddamn curse.
Right.
And then while they're happening, the Yankees, like on the board, they show the Yankees clinch the division.
Okay.
So the whole fans just start boom.
Boo. Yeah.
Boo. And then they're like, God damn it, 7 years in a row, we finish in their butts. And now we're in the goddamn wild card.
Well, I guess they made it to the wild card.
In the wild card, and we gotta, and then, but like now they're like, God damn it, we gotta go through the Angels, and if we're lucky enough to get through the Angels, now we gotta play the Yankees in the House of Pain. This is like, we have no chance. This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, why do we do this to ourselves? And then this is at a game while they're saying this, right? And then fucking Ben goes, I'll tell you why we do this to ourselves, because we're Red Sox fans, and the Red Sox never let you down. They haven't won a World Series in a century. Who cares? They're here. They fucking work hard. They're trying to win right now. Look at them. They're busting their ass for us. They do the best they can. They don't get divorced from you. They don't leave you. This is your real family. This is the family that's here for you. You know, I asked her to give up her family, and they're all kind of looking at him now like,
oh, Jesus.
This is not about the Red Sox, I don't think.
Yeah.
Huh? And he goes, huh? I asked her to give up her family? I didn't. But I can get through this, and I'm going to get past her. You know why? Because I'm a Red Sox fan. Red Sox fans can get through anything, right? I can get over her. I am bulletproof. Right, y'all? Cut to, he's in a dark room, listening to Benny Hill music, watching the Buckner play over and over and over.
He's going through it.
Completely like barbecue sauce and all. It's just wings all over him.
Yeah.
The place is all dark and just rewinding.
Oh,
oh my God! Behind the bag, it goes through Buckner. The call is behind the bag, it goes through Buckner. Behind the bag, it goes through. Behind the man.
Oh, Jesus!
And he's just watching.
Yeah. Oh God.
I can't imagine being a Red Sox fan during that time. During that moment in history.
Oof.
Oh my God!
You had it.
You had it, bro. The Mets. Oh, the Mets.
Yeah, and you lost to the lesser New York team.
I know, dude. God. Yeah. So right then, you see, as he's doing this, you see his friends all running up the stairs, like all of them, and they bust through the door, and they're like, the Buckner game! And they look at each other like, I thought you got rid of it. I thought you did. He's like, I did get rid of it. And then Fowler's just like keeps rewinding it, and they're like, God damn it! And they cut it off, and they throw it, like they cut all the shades, like all the lights on, and he's like,
yeah.
And they're like, where did you get this? And he goes, it wasn't just Buckner's fault. Stanley didn't cover first. And they're like, God damn it, this isn't helping, Ben. Do you have any more of these? Where's your stash? They're slapping him. Yeah. They're like, God damn it, Ben. And he's like, I am the Red Sox. You're not the Red Sox. I am the Red Sox. Like, oh, but what a weird mental break.
That's really funny.
To watch the Buckner play.
But that's also
that would be a form of torture, though.
Yeah, that's also funny that like your friends know. Oh no, he's doing the Buckner play. He's going through some shit.
No, dude, it would be like for you, it'd be like if I came into your room one day and you were rewatching the Sherman Crabtree incident.
Oh yeah.
Over and over
that means
over.
Oh, that means my heart got broken. Yeah.
And it's just like wings all over your room floor, and you're in the dark, and you're just like, it wasn't really Crabtree's fault. Kaepernick could have threw a better ball, and I'm like, step out of it. Are you seeing this picture?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You're just like in a Niners jersey and wings.
Yeah, with my Kittle jersey.
Oh God.
I have a Kaepernick jersey.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Shout out to Jerron Horton.
October. Mm-hmm. The playoffs begin. We see Big Papi hit a huge home run. And the Red Sox are moving on. They down the Angels 3-0.
Right.
All right. And now, the rivalry we've all been wanting in baseball, the biggest rivalry in sports, Yankees, Red Sox, let's get it on.
Right.
Yankees.
They face each other in the playoffs all the time.
All the time.
It's crazy.
That's why the rivalry's so real, though. That's why the rivalry's the serious.
I think the San Francisco Giants have never played the Dodgers in the playoffs.
Hilarious.
Crazy.
But that'll let you know why that rivalry is not this rivalry.
Yeah.
Playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
Playoffs are when the rivalries like become personal. You know what I'm saying?
It's really weird.
Oh,
it's never
dude.
happened.
Oh, brother. I mean, that's why it's like Auburn, Alabama. Like, of course, it's a rivalry. The stakes are so high because national championships are involved all the time.
Right.
So that's why it's like, you know what I'm saying? When the stakes are high and you play each other all the time, and one of you's gonna win it, like one of you usually wins.
Right.
Like that's where it's like. Whereas I guess this one it was the Yankees won 27 straight times.
Yeah, this is
this is not the Auburn Alabama.
Yeah, I would say there's no back and forth here.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, Auburn Alabama is not a lot of back and forth until like Auburn recently, especially. But even still, Alabama, it's way Alabama. It swings heavy. But we all know that rivalry is as just like oh, that's one of the big dog rivalries, you know. So we see the Yankees and the Red Sox. Yankees take game 1.
Right.
And the Yankees a strike away, and what's his name? Closer. God damn, I can't think of his
Rivera.
name. Rivera, and boom, strike 3. That's game 2, Yankees. And game 3, Miller fly ball to center, and Bernie Williams is there, and the Yankees win. That's game 3, 3-0 Yankees. Red Sox losing tonight, 19-8. And you see the boys at a bar, and they're just like, "This is over. It's done. It's all done." Right? They're at like a really nice bar, and they're complaining about like how it's all like the season's over, what a waste, oh my god, they can never get it done. And they look over while they're at this bar and they see Johnny Damon and Viracek and like another guy, Varitek and like another guy,
okay,
like another star,
okay,
right? And they're just having dinner, laughing with their wives, having a good time. And they're looking at him like, holy shit, they're just sitting over there eating. And then one guy's like, those fucking assholes. We're over here bleeding our guts out, crying our stomachs, and they're just over there eating, laughing, having a good time. Teddy Williams would roll over in his grave if he saw this, right? And then right then Ben goes, no, that's stupid. Why shouldn't they eat? They played their best. They played their butts off, and they move on. Their life isn't on the field. It's a job. It's a job. It's not an obsession. Oh, my God. I'm a fucking idiot. And he takes off running.
Okay. Finally, he's realized it.
Yeah, to see Johnny Damon having a dinner and go, oh, yeah. He's not crying.
Right.
Because to him, it's work. So he goes to her place, right? And he runs up the stairs, and he knocks on the door, and the hot guy answers.
Oh,
remember that hot guy?
yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, who are you? He's like, hey, I'm Patrick. Who are you? I'm Ben. And right then Lindsay walks up, and he's like, hey, Lindsay, are you having a party or something? She's like, yeah, I got a couple friends coming, like a couple friends over. What's up? And he's like, can we talk? And she's like, oh. And they close the door. They kind of stay in the hallway. And he's like, are you on a date? And she's like, no, it's like a work thing, and then we all kind of get together. He's like, oh, so a double date. Wow. And she's like, what are you doing here, Ben? What do you want? And he's like, oh, I guess nothing. And he goes to leave, and she's like, oh. And he's like, all right, no. God damn it. I came here for a reason. Lindsay, I love you. We should give this another chance. And she doesn't say anything. He's like, look, all right, how about you finish your evening, and then I'll wait downstairs, and then you come down, and then we'll go get married. And she's like, I don't think so, Ben. He's like, look, I'm serious. Like, I want more. I want everything. Like what more is there than marriage and kids? I want it all with you. And she's like, but this isn't the real you, Ben. He's like, what are you saying? She's like, it's October. You're one game away from elimination. I know what this is. This is Winter Guy coming. I like him. I already know I like Winter Guy. I fell in love with Winter Guy. Summer Guy is the guy I got the problem with. Summer Guy's the one that broke my heart.
Fair.
And he's Summer Guy's gone. I promise. There's no Summer Guy anymore. And she goes, Ben, too much has happened. Seriously. No. He goes, no, seriously. Like, I'm sorry. You know, he's like, I know I froze during the baby thing. I know I froze during the Paris thing. I messed up. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready. Please, I'm ready now. And then she's like, it's over, Ben. Like, so she's like, something inside shut off. She says that. Something inside shut off.
Oof.
This is done. She closes the door. He leaves crying. Make history or we're history?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that one?
I guess that's baseball-y.
Oh, you're judging the baseball.
I'm judging the
Well, that's definitely baseball. Make history over history. That's more baseball than fucking the last one.
The last one's the playoff start.
No, I'm thinking the one before that.
No, the wink, whatever. The one where people are winking or whatever. That one's not baseball.
No, the one you said that was baseball. Early September or whatever. Or late September.
Yeah, this is more baseball.
This is definitely more baseball. You said that one was baseball.
That's fair.
So the girlfriends all go and hang out, right?
Right.
And as they're going and they're all having dinner, one of them says, "Hey guys, I didn't want to say anything, but like I'm pregnant." And they're all like, they go crazy. They're like, "Oh my God, so excited." As this happens, Lindsay's assistant runs up and goes, "Lindsay, oh my God, they sent me to come find you. You got the promotion. It's yours." And her friends are like, "Oh shit!" And they're like, it's like they're all happy for each other, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh my God, I have to leave." And she goes to leave, and as she's going to leave, the one friend. Remember the one friend who's hot, like the wife of the rich guy who was like, "Oh, you want a piece of my wife?"
Yeah.
That's the friend who's been giving her shit the whole time, too.
Okay.
It's the same friend.
Okay.
She gets on the phone. She goes, "Oh, you're going to get him? Okay, great. Awesome." And she hangs up the phone and she goes, "Well, it looks like Chris is going to get Ben's Red Sox tickets after all." And Lindsay goes, "Wait, what?" She comes kind of back to the table. "Wait, what'd you say?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's been selling Chris his Red Sox tickets." And she goes, "Like for today?" And she goes, "No, forever. It better be. It's like $125,000. It better be forever." And the other friends are like, "Damn, bitch, you're that rich?"
Yeah.
And she's like, chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she goes, "Wait, my Ben is selling his seats." And the right thing, the assistant is like, "Come on, they're promoting you now. Let's go." She takes off.
Right.
So at the game, the Yankees are hitting and they're up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We see Ben is there with the guy buying him, the other rich guy, you know.
Right.
And his Sox family, you know, they're obviously like, "You can't believe you're doing this.
Right.
You fucking son of a bitch. Your uncle
Just keep the tickets and sell them off game by game. You know, this is really drastic.
This is because it's like now we have to deal with this guy.
Right. Who they probably don't like.
We don't know, but we don't even want to give we probably won't.
The politics. Yeah.
You know, and he's like,
because he's gotta be like a 10-year guy before they care.
They care.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Your uncle's gonna haunt you for this, man. Like because your uncle never missed one game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That's what makes it like, damn, bro. He never missed a game. He left them to you, like thinking you would leave them to somebody,
right?
Not sell them, you know." And so at work, we see Lindsay giving a speech, and they're all cheering for her. And as she's giving the speech, she realizes, she's like, "Damn, Ben is fucking up." She's like, "I can't let him." She just goes, "I can't let him do this," and she leaves. She's
Right.
like, "I gotta go." She takes off. So the Red Sox family, like the Al dude's like, "I want all my sponges back. Every sponge I've ever given you. I want them all back." And he's so mad.
Yeah.
And then Fallon's like, "Look, man, we never win. We know this is all over. And if I keep these, all of them I think about every game I am here for the rest of my life is how I didn't give up a game for this girl that I loved. I can't be here anymore." Right then you see Lindsay pulling up to the stadium and she scalps some tickets outside.
Right.
She pays like $1,000, nigga, for like a ticket. You know what I mean? Like, the dude got her though.
Yeah.
You know, it's the Yankees at that moment.
And she needs to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So right then, as she's running in, you hear the announcer say, "And the Yankees, now we get into the ninth, the Yankees, 3 outs away from heading to the World Series."
Damn, we're about to
like
see
the actual call.
Yeah, we're about to see Dave Roberts steal that base, baby.
So Lindsay gets to her seats. She's in center field.
Okay.
She asks for the guy next to her binoculars. She looks. She knows right where Ben is.
Right.
And Ben is talking to the guy, and he's getting handed the paperwork. And she's like, "God damn it, why don't you have a cell phone, you stupid idiot?"
Right.
Because he doesn't have a cell phone.
Right.
So Ben is about to sign, and his hand's shaking. And his friends are like, "Don't do it, Ben. Come on, please don't do it. Ben, don't do it." And he looks to the heaven, and he's like, "Sorry, Uncle Carl." And then right then as he's about to sign, Al sitting behind him goes, "Well, look at this. Another idiot." Cut 2 on the field. Drew Barrymore running across the field. I wanted to save it for the end.
That's
Drew Barrymore sprinting across the field.
Right.
And they actually you let them do it because Johnny Damon's in the shot.
Okay.
Sold out crowds in the shot.
Okay.
Everything.
Damn.
Like everything.
Okay.
Like you see Johnny Damon like even smiling because like she's running around him.
Right.
And he's like,
This is crazy.
It's Drew Barrymore running around me.
Right.
You know, she's dodging cops. The crowd's going nuts. She's dodging people. She finally dodges some other guys, and she sprints, and she gets all the way to Ben. Ben! And he runs down like a little bit like right near the field near her.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Don't sell your tickets." And he goes, "Oh my God, you ran out on the field to tell me that?" And she's like, "Don't tell me." And right then the cops grab her.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait. The outfield, is it spongy? Oh my God, you were out there.
Yeah.
She's like, "Ben, no." And he's like, You're right. And she's like, "Look, you love those seats. Your uncle, this is your family." And then he's like, "No, I love you. I don't need these seats." And then he signs the papers.
Oh.
And he goes to hands them to him. And then she goes, "Wait! You love me enough to sell him. I love you enough not to let you. Rips him up.
Oh, damn.
And she goes, he's like, and then she goes, and then like she goes to, they go, all right, man, we gotta let her go, buddy. We gotta take her in. And he's like, never. And he starts making out with her as they're arresting her. Crowd, of course, is like,
this is the greatest thing of all time.
So imagine being at this game. This is one of the most important Red Sox game of your life.
Yeah.
You're drunk. It's the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
This happened.
Yeah.
Are you not like, because also when you tell the story of this game, you're like, nigga, that wasn't even the comeback. Wasn't even the craziest part of the game.
Yeah.
What was crazy than the comeback, nigga?
Yeah. Let me tell you this crazy backstory that was happening.
So they kiss. Everyone cheers. Mm-hmm. Right. Camera kind of pans out.
Right.
Back to the narrator. Well, you know the rest. What's the guy's name?
Al something?
No, the guy who stole the base.
Oh, Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts steals second. Ortiz hits the homer in extra inning.
Mm.
Next night, Ortiz homers in extra innings. Next night, Schilling's bloody sock in New York. We all remember that.
Right. All-time great sports moment.
All time.
Mm-hmm.
Next, after that, Damon's grand salami in the 7th. Bye-bye, Bambino. You see the grand slam. You see all the moments when they happen.
Right.
The grand slam. I remember the Johnny Damon. I watched that live. The Johnny Damon grand slam.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember like the New York fan. They were so afraid the New York fans were gonna get so agitated that the New York NYPD had to line the outfield with riot officers.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye, Bambino. After that, the Red Sox went to St. Louis for the series.
Swept them.
Because we couldn't believe that we got there. We told the kids, Lindsay and Ben, well, they had to go to the St. Louis games to keep it going. And lo and behold, they did. And you see Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon at the actual World Series games.
Damn.
Cheering their ass off.
That's awesome.
So that's when I said, like, oh, they filmed this. And they were like, oh, you guys have to go.
Right. And yeah.
Because they didn't plan on the movie ending with him winning.
Fuck.
Yo, because you made this movie, because the movie's about how they always lose. And then you got to kind of just change it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's very
But
wild.
them at the World Series is crazy, where you see Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore at the, like when they're celebrating on the field, Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore are on the field with him.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And they're all running by and they're celebrating, and he kisses her on the field. Fever pitch. And then credits roll while we see the actual parade.
Oh, that's fun. What a good rom-com. What a good rom-com.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
I don't know what dude is not liking that.
What a good rom-com aimed specifically for me.
Yeah.
That's how that feels. The only way it could have been more for me is that if it was about the Giants.
Yeah.
That's the only way. But that...
Yeah, I don't know many, because I know me and my dad love this. My friends that I don't know many guys who don't love this movie. This movie's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds fucking great.
It's awesome. I mean, it's all about the Red Sox winning a World Series.
Yeah, and a very memorable World Series. I remember in 7th grade walking into my second period class, and someone had drawn the Boston Red Sox logo on the White Sox and said, "Go Red Sox." And that was the feeling in California. Was, oh, dude, fuck these Yankees, man. We are rooting for the Red Sox.
Well, fuck the Yankees. That's
yeah. But
that's like fuck the Lakers, or you know what I mean? That's nigga, we know.
But I definitely remember that. The Red Sox, man. Remember when baseball used to be awesome? That wasn't that long ago.
It was 2004. I was 14.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. It was less than 20 years ago. Baseball was fucking awesome.
You were a young boy, man.
I was.
We were kids.
7th grade.
But yeah, man, I remember that Johnny Damon grand slam. I remember that shit, fool. That shit was dope. Because I was cheering for him, too, so it was like, oh, my God.
It's everything.
I can't believe that nigga hit a grand slam.
Yeah, I can't believe that. And they took down the evil umpire. Bro. They were the rebels, man. They were the rebels.
They did that shit. But, yeah, this movie's fucking great. Jimmy Fallon's hilarious. Niggas hate on Jimmy Fallon, fool. That nigga funny, bro.
There's a reason why you don't get to where he is without talent.
Yeah, people like to act like he just like got lucky or some shit.
Yeah.
Like they gave it to that. They gave him the late night show.
Yeah. You don't get to that without talent.
They don't just give people those.
Yeah.
Those are really hard to get.
Yeah.
That's why there's 6 of them. It's like, nigga, what do you mean? What is so impossible? Also, he got the biggest one.
Yeah. You had to follow Leno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the biggest one.
Yeah.
And then he had the fucking, I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I like Letterman. We're not talking about the best one. We said the biggest one. And then they had to take the reins of that, and he kept it. He kept it as the biggest for as long as he could.
For a long time.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give Jimmy Fallon props, bro. That nigga's funny, and his SNL run, also his SNL cast was one of the best of all time.
And now
he's a part of the Will Ferrell crew.
Yeah, And now that genre of TV is slowly going away.
It's dead completely. Not slowly.
It's slowly disappearing.
I thought it was slowly disappearing.
No, it's gone.
Before COVID.
It's gone. I mean, their YouTube views probably they still get a couple million sometimes.
But I'm saying like it was slowly disappearing before COVID because we
Right.
were already like we used to talk all the time, and comics know this. Stand-up comedians know this. We talk all the time about how a late night set is pointless.
Right.
All the time we talked about that, and
Right.
that was like 4 or 5 years ago. We were talking about
Right.
how a late night set is pointless. A late night set after COVID, what is it even?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just Zoom. It's just a Zoom. You know, like unless because nobody's gonna let you do their late night set like
Live
from a truck on the back of it, like the way shows are being run right now.
Right.
So it's all bullshit. You know.
Life's a fucking nightmare, but Fever Pitch is awesome.
No, Fever Pitch is awesome. Life's not a nightmare. Don't say
Life's a
that.
fucking nightmare.
No, nigga, life's good, fool. Get high. Smoke some weed, Beaners. That's all it is, bro. Smoke some weed, you'll be happier.
Life is a nightmare.
This is what I deal with, Beaners.
Life is a nightmare.